So we're on live, guys.
We are.
We are. And we're going to give it a couple minutes for people to come in. Do we all have our coffee? Because I think that's important.
I go get my 8
For
o'clock.
people to come in.
It's my 8 o'clock coffee I go get. Well, everybody's quiet. I thought it was my ears. My ears are blocked like anything, right? So.
Hold on, guys. I heard a really big echo. Are we hearing it now?
No, I don't hear nothing.
No, I'm good.
When we first started, I heard it. I thought maybe I left something on.
Okay. I just got your notification.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, me too. Look at that. Looks like you're live. Let's whoop it up.
Yep. Whoop, whoop. I know Mo's in. Hey, Mo. Mo's in, but she won't be doing a lot of chat because she is a little under the weather.
All right.
So I'm just going to tell her on her other thing, hi, Mo, so she knows that I sent it to her. Okay.
Joseph Erickson.
Hey, Joseph Erickson, how are you doing? We're going to let a few more people come in and then we're going to switch over. Tonight we have, of course, our very own Louis P Floyd, who is going to be building a whoop right here and showing us what he's doing, and he will give you all the links to get all the things you actually need to build this whoop. Also, we have the Canadian drone have been with us, of course, our very own Roger and Furball Kim. Okay. That didn't sound right at all, did it, guys?
He's off camera hacking one up.
Yeah, he's hacking it for a ball. And so, guys, I just hope you enjoy this. You may want to get a pen and paper out, or you may want to find a way to do it so you can get all the parts and stuff.
Or and watch me fail completely.
If he fails, he owes me $5,000.
What? How did that happen?
Hey, TechCore, how you doing? Oh, guess what, TechCore? I put my liftoff, my Fly Sky, in a bag, which my daughter walked right out my door with. So I have to get it back from her. Woohoo, silly. Me gotta miss another great fast stream.
Hey, Drone Bomb.
Out to dinner. Oh my gosh, Drone Bomb. English man in Malta, how you doing? Guys, please feel free to support anyone you want. Don't worry about it. Just go for it. Roger, if you could put something in the chat. Also, Louis, Paul, if you'll put something in the chat. We're going to be building a whoop today. It's going to be great fun. And I'm going to switch right over now to Louis P Floyd.
Uh-oh, to me?
Take it away. Whoop, whoop.
Where am I taking it?
So you want to tell him what the connection is with you? Hey, Simon.
The connection with me is I like drones, and apparently Roger does too.
We all do. We love them.
Yeah, everybody here like drones. So my little quick story is my wife made the mistake of buying a parrot drone for me a while back for Christmas, and then I saw FPV and I just went nuts with it. And I've gotten into some things and gotten into some groups like cnydrones.org here. And we build drones, and we're kind of like the in between right now of curriculum development and schools and hobby and the workforce. So we're trying to find a niche on how to kind of create a pipeline that's education and drone related. And that's basically our 3 pipe words is drone, education, pipeline. But one of the things that we do is we work with kids, and I specifically work with kids at my school. I'm a band teacher, but I also do STEM activities and teach a STEM class at my school. Last year I did quite a bit of it. This year a little less. But one of the platforms we use is the Tiny Whoop. And the Tiny Whoop is kind of like those things where you call, a tissue Kleenex. It's now branded, but it's kind of like a class of drones that's out there. A Tiny Whoop was created by a guy named Jesse Perkins by putting a camera, a small security camera, one of these guys, on top of an Inductrix drone that was out by Horizon Hobby, I think. And the Tiny Whoop was born, and a whole industry has been kind of popped up around it, both as racing for FPV, Tiny Whoop racing, but there's just a lot of STEM related stuff that you can do also with the racing, but also peripherally, as far as having kids have fun with it and learn stuff like prop placement, problem solving, just a whole array of stuff, programming, soldering, antennas,
Paul, you said
chemistry on the
STEM.
battery.
Paul, you said STEM. What is that?
STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. It can also be called STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. And it can also be called STREAM with the R in there, meaning research. So all of those iterations are great. But what the nut and bolts of it is you're putting things together and learning how to do it and learning why along the way, how things works, how systems work together. And, there's a lot of sciencey stuff in that. And then after you get the rig up and running and start playing around with it, there's a lot of cool applications that you can then begin to do with it, just to learn how to fly one of these crafts. A lot of people fly DJIs and those types of drones where satellites do most of the controlling and maneuvering of it. Once you move the sticks, it agrees with the 14 satellites that it's acquired, and then it decides to move. Where these platforms, you're flying it all completely yourself. You flip it upside down in acro mode, it's going to stay there until it is told otherwise by you and your controller. Those systems are great to learn on because the automation, yes, we will be a lot of automation. We'll be using automation to fly these things, but what happens when the automation kind of breaks down or there's an issue? You want to have somebody on the sticks that knows how to fly it and bring it back. So that's just a tiny bit of why we want to do something like this for not only kids but just people in general. It's a new workforce. A lot of people are always worried about what are the new jobs? Well, this is one of them. Learning how to build a drone, learning how to fly a drone, learning about what applications can be used to enhance daily life or activities using a drone. And these applications don't just stop there because it flies. Other drones that swim are a thing now. Submarine drones with FPV, a lot of cool stuff.
So Paul, what are you doing for us tonight?
Let's do this. All right. So I've already got some of this going. I've got the frame already squared away, and this is an Eachine frame. It's like $7. And on this particular frame, I've kind of clipped away a couple of spots on it so that the flight control board will fit in there a little bit better. I've already arranged the motors, and the motors are important to know what the arrangement are for them because on multi-rotors, you have to make sure that the props and the motors correspond with each other because I'm calling this one here up in the lower right-hand corner as it sits towards me, motor 1. Calling this one up here, motor 2, this one, motor 3, and this one, motor 4. Now, all of these motors have a certain directionality for spin, and you have to put the props on correctly for that spin. So essentially, if this is the back end of the craft and this is the front end of the craft, we're going to be spinning our motors into each other. This motor 1 will be spinning this way. Motor 2 will be spinning this way. Motor 3 this way. Motor 4 this way. So when we put the motors in, we have to make sure that the wiring, the red and blue and the black and the white, are in the right spots. The blue and the red signal counterclockwise. The black and the white signal counterclockwise on the black and the white, and clockwise on the red and the blue. So once we have that done, we want to take a look at the other components here. The other components that we're going to use is this Beta Flight board. And you can buy this on Amazon. But what's cool about this is it works really easy with the setup software called Beta Flight. It plugs right in, and if you're on Mac, it's a little itchy, but you have to get the right drivers for that. I'll let you figure that out, but you can find them on any of the Discords or the help chats or something like that.
So, Paul,
Yeah.
make sure when you're moving those pieces, you're doing it really slowly because it blurs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is the flight controller. One side we're going to attach the camera to, and then on the other side is going to be where we're going to attach the motors to. So those little white nubbins there, they just plug right in. That's why this build is pretty easy to kind of get going at first, because there's very, very minimal soldering. However, the soldering that you do need to do is pretty tough. It's small. So if you know how to do it, great. If you don't, I would practice first on a couple of old boards or watch quite a few videos, and that's going to be kind of like a learning curve that you're going to have to get yourself over, or find yourself somebody that knows how to solder onto electronics, and good luck with that, because that's a lost art form too.
So this is the same type of soldering they would have used for soldering TVs and things like that, within the electronics of that.
Yes, fine electronics. So that's going to take a certain type of solder with a certain type of technique that is called tinning, where you're going to put solder on the part you're going to tin, or the part that you're going to solder to. Both parts, in fact, the wire and the component. You're also going to use a certain type of solder that probably has rosin core in it, that has like a flux. It's a material that will make the solder heat up faster and start to run faster and adhere faster. This isn't solder like plumbing solder.
Hi, everyone. Bill, Newfoundland Drone Productions, said hi to you. Of course, Mo and Kim and everyone in the chat.
I just having fun.
Yeah, so Mo is
Kim.
trying really hard. Hey, Mo, if your headache gets too bad, I'll understand, but I'm so happy you're in the chat.
Hi, Merch.
Merch! Oh my God, Merch! Hey!
All right, so the next thing we gotta kind of do is I'm gonna go to screen share, and I'm gonna show you Beta Flight and how and what I do when I plug into Beta Flight. So we're gonna watch my screen for a second. So I'm gonna take I think I'm going to be able to use my phone. I'll be able to pick my phone up and show you kind of what it looks like outside of the box, kind of a thing too. So bear with me, but I'm going to plug it into Beta Flight, and we're going to screen share here in a second. So I'm going to get that up and running. Screen share.
So while he's doing that, Roger will be doing an interpretive dance. Roger, you're on.
Hi, Gerald Farms. How you doing?
Hey, Gerald.
All right. So do we have my screen on?
We do.
Okay. So essentially, these are the parts here. So we've got the frame. We've got the flight controller. We've got a canopy. We've got the motors. a battery and the battery connection, the camera, the other side on the motor. So that's basically what we're putting together.
Is that it, Paul? Is that all the stuff?
That's it.
That, you know, I'm worried because that seems like something I could do.
It is. It is something that you can do. You can do this. All right. So here's Betaflight. Betaflight is the programming software. And the programming software is something that is free that you can download for whatever flavor computer that you have. And once you do that, here, let me pick up the phone here. See if I can get that out. So once you do that, you're going to plug this guy into your micro USB here. So let me do that. Maybe we can turn the camera so we can see it. No, I guess not. Let's do this.
Like watching all the stuff going on.
There
we go.
So let me plug it in. And what we're going to see, hopefully, is when I connect, we're going to see it moving around. So I'm moving this. I don't know if you can see it off of my phone too. But as I move it, it moves too. So it's tracking all of the information from the accelerometer. I'm trying to hold it as steady as possible. So
hold on, I'm a little confused here. What are you holding?
This, what I'm holding is the flight controller. This is what we're going to put into the little frame, and we're going to plug our motors into those little bits right there.
Okay.
And as you can see, it tracks exactly what's happening in my hand on the computer, on the software.
Wow.
Are you able to see that? I can't really see my phone.
Yeah.
You know what, we can, and so I guess the thing I would ask though is how is it picking that up?
So I have it USB'd into my computer, and the software that I have running on my computer called Betaflight is built to do exactly this. And what's on the flight controller is an accelerometer. Basically, our cell phones made all this magic kind of work for multi-rotor, because in our pockets we have cell phones, and our cell phones have accelerometers in it so that when we walk they can track a myriad of things.
Oh, okay.
That push of technology got so small because we wanted better phones, smaller phones, so on and so forth, that now we can put those types of chips and things onto smaller chips and do different things with them, like fly multi-rotor. And that accelerometer is kind of what makes the magic happen and allows the ESCs, the electric speed controllers that are built onto this board, tell the multi-rotor, tell the motors to spin up at a certain level to keep it level. And then when inputs are given to it by the controller, it flies. It does what it says to do as it's been mapped. All right, so I believe on this, the serial RX is going to go through UART1, and UART1 is basically a way to put things onto the chip, and this is kind of hard-boiled into the chip. Now, a lot of this stuff I'm going to be doing with this board is going to be good for probably about a couple of months, and then everything is going to be different. So that's where that R kind of comes into the research. Whatever flight board you buy, you're going to want to look at the latest and greatest video. Somebody must have done something with it or done a video on it, and they'll show you how to put it into your system correctly. Sometimes that is a really good video. Sometimes it's kind of junky video, but that's kind of how and where we're at. But for right now, this is the Betaflight board, and it's what is it? It's a SP Racing, I believe. It'll be in the the links. So what I did just now is I told it where to look for the transmitter off of the board, off of this little wire here, which is my antenna. And in a moment, I'm going to get my Tyrannus involved into the mix. So the configuration tab tells you, and I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys, and this is a lot to take in. The configuration tab tells you what kind of output that you're going to hook up to, as far as how your Tyrannus is going to talk to the receiver on here. And we're actually going to go S-Bus, which is serial based. And then we're also going to click S-Bus for our receiver. Save and reboot.
So one thing I like about this, Paul, like doing it on live chat or doing it on video, is that anything you guys don't get, you can rewatch it.
Yep, pretty much.
You're going to know where the part is you need. You don't have to rewatch the whole thing every time. You just go to what you need, right?
Pretty much, yep. That's really cool about it, you know?
Ooh,
now,
pretty.
Let me see. Configuration, make sure I have it. Now, we are going to be doing a brushed motor because these are not brushless.
Okay.
And the difference between that is brushed motors have like a little pin that goes up against a brush that spins around and gives it electricity.
We're not even on that page?
Brushless motors are driven by magnets.
Oh, I don't know.
A magnet spins the bell around. All right, so now let's hopefully try and get this thing to connect up to my Tyrannus. Now, on this, there's quite a few videos, and I'm going to leave it to whoever wants to do that to watch a video on how to connect or how to set up their Tyrannus, because as generic as I kind of want to not make this, I kind of have to make it generic, because what if a guy or gal wants to not use a Tyrannus? What if they want to use a Spectrum or something else?
Could you use a Fly Sky?
Or use a Fly Sky? Yeah, there are different. Now these boards that I'm using here, this Betaflight board, comes in all of those different flavors. I just happen to use Tyrannus, so I picked the FR Sky. You know, the Tyrannus, the one that works with the Tyrannus.
Okay. I'm going to be asking you a lot of
that's fine.
Normal, just questions. Yeah. Okay.
Keep them coming, because I can't really see the chat, and I can't see, so flying blind here.
I think a lot of you guys know some of this, so
I'm sure. All right, so basically, I've got a channel that I've set up for my Tiny Whoop, and I'm gonna install it. I'm gonna bind it, and how I kind of trick and bind it is what I do to power it. What the trick is for most of these is you have to power this at the same time you push a boot button. So usually it's hard to do it with a battery. I do it off of the computer. So I have a boot button here that I'm going to push and hold. Or a bind button. It's going to put it into bind when I plug it in. Okay, hopefully it'll pick up in a second here once I put my Tyrannus into bind. And it turned off. So hopefully we are bound. So I'm going to turn my Tyrannus off. I'm going to unplug. Now we should see some movement on the screen. Let me see here. From our receiver. Let me see. Configuration. That's that. Yep. Receiver. All right. So I got connection, but now my problem is why don't I see it on here?
Probably because we're live.
Yeah. Oh, probably. Definitely.
Ed.
Why isn't it working? It should be working. Of course it isn't. Let me see.
Sorry.
What did I do wrong? There's something I've done wrong, I'm sure. S-bomb, serial base. Yeah, saved and removed. Ports. Am I on UR2 maybe? Let me see. Save and reboot that. Let's try that. Who knows? Hey, we're on UR2. All right, so here's the deal. Okay, so on UART1, that's the thing that you can kind of put other things onto, like a GPS and all that stuff. These things are too small, you can't do that. But the boards are still kind of baked in with that kind of stuff. UART2 is where the serial, that's where the little chip, the flight controller, has the output for the radio to look at. So, and I know that because now my little quad here is going crazy. So I have to pick the right protocol. So I have to put, I think, TEAR 1, 2, 3, 4, or yeah. No, it is TA. Now what I'm doing is I'm remapping what I have. There we go. Okay, so what this is a channel map. So this is throttle, aileron, what is E? No, yeah, aileron, and roll, pitch and roll, and it's mapped to my first, second, third, and fourth channels onto my Tyrannus. This is a little bit different for every different controller that we use, but basically it gives you the ability to have kind of like a little simulator kind of a thing. I don't know if you're seeing this, but I'm moving my sticks on my controller, and the little quadcopter is rolling around and taking the commands from my controller. Okay.
Okay, so I got a question. Can I ask?
Go for it.
So you're doing all of this, but you haven't put the quadcopter together at all.
No, I haven't. So basically, I'm programming it, and this beta flight gives me the ability to program and make the quadcopter respond to the commands from my controller first before I start to plug it all in. Because, and I usually go with this process first because if I plug it all in and don't do all this, it's harder to do, and especially too, I do all that other work and then the controller doesn't work, or the flight controller is bummed for whatever reason. So this is a first kind of a test to make sure everything is working and it's going to work for me before I do more work to make it work properly.
Okay, Paul. Ed has a question. Why is aux5 bouncing around?
Okay, so that's a blip for some reason, and it's been like that for, I don't know, probably all of the versions. It doesn't have anything really to do with anything, and I can't explain it, so I'm gonna have to leave it there. It doesn't really matter and won't bother us.
Okay, good question, Ed.
All right, so now I've still got a little bit more programming, and it does have stuff to do with that aux5. So modes. Now, modes, this is where we're going to arm the quad, meaning we're going to flick a switch in order for it to fly. So it's kind of like a safety feature. And this arming here is kind of a little bit confusing at first. But what basically you do is, again, and it's a little bit different for each transmitter, you're going to map, again, the next channels over so that 1, 2, 3, and 4 are dedicated to the flight, and channels 5 and 6 are dedicated to modes and other flight controls like a failsafe and arming. Okay. So mode 5.
I'm so sorry. Just looking says not RSSI.
No, that's not. That's the linkage that you have.
Okay, thank you.
Let me see here what's going on. Yeah, well, and aux. let's see what's going. We want to go to aux 3. No, aux 4. Yeah, and aux 5 is giving us an issue.
Is it?
Yeah. All right, so it's going to go to aux 1, which is I have mapped to this switch. You can map, turn switches on and off however you want to do it on your controller, and that's a whole other tutorial in itself. But I have my arming switch mapped to aux 1. So now, if you look on the computer screen, I'm flipping the switch, and that orange bar or yellow bar, depending on your screen, the little tick mark goes in the middle. So once I have my switch in that middle position, my quad will be armed.
So, Paul,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, just from my perspective, having never done beta flight, it almost seems overwhelming a little bit, this part. Is this one of the harder parts?
It is. It's again, trying to go back into just doing conceptual understanding and learning. This is the part where you're programming the flight controller, and there's so many components and bits and parts to it that I could spend a lot of time and hours upon it. But just to kind of a splash in the pan for you to kind of get you grounded in, okay, there's this thing called beta flight. I got to look up more information on beta flight, because I'm no expert in it either. I know how to work around it and work with it, but it's just like kind of like a word processing. If nobody has ever used Word, that would be really overwhelming for somebody.
Yeah, it was when I first learned Word in Excel.
Exactly. So now that we've all been living with Word for like 20 or 30 years, we know what bells and whistles we want, and damn it, they moved it again. Where is it now? Oh, there it is. And it becomes intuitive on how to look for it. And I've used this program for 2 years now, or iterations like this program for like 2 years now, and I've kind of been able to look for things, and it just becomes innate, and that's hard to teach, and that's one of the things I'm trying to figure out how to do that as well.
Okay.
So kind of throwing the spaghetti against the wall, see what sticks. What doesn't stick, you go back and learn more on, is basically how I'm going to try and keep going through all of this. And please do ask questions. I set up a fail-safe on my tiny whoop. A fail-safe is in case it flies away and I don't want it to, or I'm nervous about some sort of aspect of it, I can flick a switch and it'll just drop out of the air.
Okay.
I'm adding other ranges too, like air mode, that I'm going to put on my aux2 switch. So over here, air mode is going to go all the way up. So now my switch, when I click my switch on this side that I've set up all the way up, it's going to be in this range, and it'll put the quad in air mode. But I also want angle mode. That's the difference between angle mode, meaning I can fly really well and nothing's going to happen to me until I really flick the switch, and then I'll do a flip. Horizon mode, I believe, horizon mode is like locked in, no flips allowed. Acro mode is training wheels off. You fly the way you're going to fly and hope you don't crash.
Oh. Okay, this is kind of the stuff that Kim was telling me.
Yes.
Angle stuff. Okay, I got it. I got it now. Okay, that's clearer.
All right, so there, and then horizon, I want to be there on aux2. So basically now I have, so my switches are switched up to, as my first switch position is all the way up on my Tyrannus, I'm in horizon mode because a little tick mark is there. And then when I go to the middle switch, it moves over to angle mode, and now angle mode is activated because I have the tick mark in the orange spot. And then if I go all the way up, it's air mode. So those are the different modes that you can fly in, and most tiny whoops fly in horizon mode, locked in mode.
So what I'm hearing right now from just looking, he said he sets his mode switches all the same for all his quads. He sets them the same. And Rick Carpenter Whoops inside usually run in stabilized mode so you can bounce off things and self-recover.
Right.
Yeah.
Most tiny whoops do that. Yep, and that's what a lot of the racers do are in horizon mode. I think it's called stabilized mode, so that when you do a full deflection. Now I might as well do this too. Let me explain PID tuning and rates a little bit.
Oh God.
Yeah, this is a little scary. All right, so can we see the computer screen and see the model moving around?
Yes, that's where I got it locked on right now.
Okay, beautiful. Now I've got the model facing out towards away from all of us, right? So as I move the stick, it's going to do a flip, right? You see that do a flip?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now how that happens is that's called the rate. Now the rate is how fast I want that thing to do a flip. If I want it to do a faster flip, I can go all the way over and it's going to go very fast. But I can also change that rate up to go even faster. I like to run my rates, now my super rate right here, I like to run my rates at 0.82. Now, have an eye over here on this spot over here. Watch these curves, watch these linear curves. As I change to 0.82, see those curves decrease? They come closer. So this is, as I move my stick over to the right of the gimbal, that curve is going to be more exponential. It's going to go faster. And I'm going to do that to all of my curves, 0.82. This is a personal preference. I like to go this high. So now my curve is exact with everything. So it all goes the same way. So as long as I go across on my sticks, they're all going to go the same way. Now, do you remember how the craft flew before?
Yeah.
Let me go back down here. Oops, I gotta go off of this. Let me see. Off.
So this is kind of what I saw Night Train doing, Mike doing when he was trying to work on 616, his drone, on Jim's drone.
Yep.
And he had the beta flight up. So this is probably what he was doing.
All right. Now, let me go back to the picture. I adjusted my rates to all 0.82, 0.82. And now as I go across faster, it's super quick now. Now that spin is really tight. I barely have to breathe on it, and it's upside down. So it's upside down. If I go just a very quick, I'll quickly back to my top. Really quick over, I'm upside down. Really quick over. Now that's how I do those tricks with the FPV. So I have my rates set so that all I have to do, and I practice it, bam, like that, and I'm upside down. Oop, that wasn't very good. Bam, and I'm back up. I'm at an awkward angle. Yeah, I'm trying to get a perfect. There we go. And you get used to like that you can flip, and you can time it just right. See how I'm back? I'll go upside down and back towards this. Upside down and flip that way. So now we're nose in. So if I do it really quick, back, back, now I'm going the other way. Back, back, now I'm coming at us again. So that's how we can change direction on a dime. All right, so now with the tiny whoop, I've got that going. I've got this all set up. Everything is going the correct way. My modes. Oops, I didn't hit save. Darn it. Always hit save, people. Aux 1. Quickly set this back up. Angle is aux 2. Sorry about that. Fail safe. Put way up here on aux 1. Hope I'm not boring anybody. How's the chat going? Roger, are you still awake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little complicated. Little Dumpling just said, is this, is this in Greek? Because it's confusing.
It is.
And I was just telling her, it is for me too.
For me for a long time too, and it's still a lot of it is. But as I said, going back to throwing that spaghetti up, this might be a good start off reference video for a lot of people, just to kind of like, wow, this is what it is. And if you chunk it apart bit by bit, you can get through it, especially with the drone community, with the hub, with Roger and Kim starting up every day. Throw questions at the people that are in there every other day, and you'll get answers. All right, so I've pretty much programmed this. Now, you can also buy these. Oh my goodness, I didn't hit save again. You can also buy these all pre-programmed so that you don't have to do all this. But one of the things is you, if you wreck it, you don't know how to fix it. You don't know how to get back to where you want it to be. And that's kind of what's cool about it in the hobby for me is that problem solving kind of stuff that goes along with this. And knowing that you have to hit save every time that you want to save something on it. There we go. Save. Save.
Did you put your fail safe in?
I did. Fail safe is on. Aux 1, angle mode. Oh, horizon. We need horizon mode. Horizon mode, children. There we go. Angle. Air mode. All right. Okay. So that should be held at, let's go away from that and come back to make sure that's saved. Yes. All right. Now, here's another thing too, people. If you want, and you're awfully nice to Roger, he knows Santa Claus and might be able to give you this little secret here. So what's cool about Betaflight is the ability to be able to save this stuff and restore it. So if I were to give this file over to Roger here, I could save this Whoop the way I just set it up. And if you all buy the same type of Betaflight flight controller, I could share this file with you and you could surpass good old Betaflight, and you could get into it and do restore. And I would give you the file, and the file would live there, and you would go click, click, happy, and it would do all of that programming that I just did for you like that.
Be easier if you send it to Kim's computer, not mine.
Oh, yeah. And you'll be sending that to me because sometimes Kim doesn't share.
Oh, Kim doesn't play nice, does he? All right, so let me
Hey, Kim.
stop screen sharing. So we should be back.
You don't have a remote for it?
You're still screen sharing.
Yeah,
Who are you asking that to, John Poole? You don't have the remote for it.
He's because it's a higher end model. He's probably instead of using a cheap little remote, he's binding it to his transmitter.
Okay.
Low battery life. Let's see here. Let me get the camera back on for the phone, and maybe I can.
All right, talking to Mark. Okay.
There we go. All right, so let's go back here.
Gosh, Dan, I didn't realize this was the stuff you were doing. My gosh. Oh my gosh. You're really, you're good, Dan.
All right, have to resecure the phone here. See if I can do it. There we go. Okay, party people. So now comes more fun. So now if we want to make this FPV, we want to solder it. We want to put the camera onto it. So as I said, we have our frame, and we've put the motors in the correct orientation, where, again, I'll go over it with you. This motor is going to spin clockwise, and it's motor 1. This motor 2, is going to spin counterclockwise, and it's going to spin in. Motor 3 down here is going to spin counterclockwise, my fault. Counterclockwise, it's going to spin in. Motor 4 up here is going to spin clockwise. So essentially, it wraps in upon itself on each motor. Okay? So is that what we're doing? And I got to find some props too. I don't have any props in this pile. Got to run upstairs real quick in a minute. Say hi to my family anyways, and then you can say hi to everybody in a second. So let me be right back.
Hey guys, how's it going? Oh, hold on. Let me put Roger on.
Okay, I'm gonna still go get a coffee. Bring it back.
Okay. Do. In a minute, guys. Yeah, so guys, how are you finding this? Is this
Well, I guess like Drone Pool says, you're gonna have to try it, and you'll get used to it after doing it so many times.
is this scary at all to you, Kim?
Yeah. Well, it's not scary, but
I think the idea that he's going to be able to send us that file, that then it just will hopefully populate and go into it, is going to be good, because I didn't realize how in depth it was.
yeah.
But it is very there's a lot of bits, and Drone Pool, I just don't see why you weren't hurting yourself trying to do all this. No wonder it was so frustrating when it wasn't flying for you, because you'd done all this, right?
It's frustrating because you could have 3 problems deep and not know which, where, and when to start. And Drone Pool, the struggle is real. When I first started this, I had no clue what I was doing, and I was just so determined and intrinsically motivated to fly FPV that's what pushed me. It's tough that it's so difficult to get into, but I think this emerging community, and that's another thing that I'm really excited about, is so helpful. I mean, this is one of the reasons why we're doing this. And again, I keep saying I'm throwing spaghetti on the wall, and I am, see what sticks, but at least it's a starting point. I didn't even have this 2 years ago. I walked into a hobby shop and talking about multi-rotors, quadcopters and stuff, and the guy said 4. I don't have 4 of anything. He was a fixed wing guy, 1 propeller. I needed 4. He didn't have 4. What am I going to do? I don't know, buddy. Well,
So
all right.
Carpenter Rick says this is the normal stuff we do. He's got some good methods. Thank you,
Yeah.
Carpenter Rick. I appreciate it. Let me say hi to a couple people in here. We got Twerky. Nero Trigger came in. I visited his site today. Really, really good. I like how you do it, Nero.
Carpenter Rick.
Going.
Nero Trigger.
Yeah. We have Momo Drone Pool, of course.
Drone Pool.
Redneck Preppers. We have Dewey Does It. Hey, merch. Is in the house. Oh, I know I'm gonna miss somebody. Little Dumpling. That's how we learn. Oh my gosh, but wow, Carpenter Rick, I didn't realize. I truly didn't.
You can where the power goes in for your battery, you're gonna put a stinger there to be able to power your camera, or you're just gonna cut the connector off.
So, all right. So what these cameras come with here comes with this camera, this little guy right here with a connector. And what I'm gonna do is this is actually what comes in with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the bits and take the other side, the female or male side, I don't know what you call it, but the one that goes in and connects, I'm going to put it on the other side. Now here's where this has gotten kind of crazy. These boards have become so sophisticated where now they're offering you pads, and I don't know if you can see it. They're offering you pads to put cameras, where these like versions 1 and 2 of these flight controllers didn't come with these extra 2 pads up here. I'm trying to be very careful to not move it, but there's a plus and a minus right there.
Mm-hmm.
But those are just too dang small. The pads that are right here, though, are the other side of the pigtail.
Okay.
That's your power. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tin, and here's that technique I was talking about. I'm going to tin these 2 pads. I'm going to put solder. See how they're gold right now?
Yeah.
I'm going to put solder on both of these. I'm going to tin them. I'm going to put solder onto it. And what I'm going to then do is I'm going to take this connector so that I can make this little canopy hot swappable. So in case I like bust my camera or have a bad crash, or after a while my camera just kind of dies out, I'm going to be able to unplug it, canopy and all, and put a new one on the board. Because usually the things that break on these aren't usually the boards. It's either the frames, specifically the struts. These guys right in here come off. And then the camera, the most vulnerable part of the camera is where the antenna, the dipole here, is soldered on. And that's a real pain in the butt to try and do, because what happens is this is a shielded wire, meaning there's fiber in the wire, metal in the wire that you have to pull out and use to solder to a connector. And then there's a pin or another wire that's shielded by all of that other casing that you have to pull apart and solder on there too, and not touch those 2 together. So sometimes if you're real lucky and adventurous, like I have been, I learned how to solder that back together. If you're not, you can just buy another camera and plug it in real easily, and it'll all work again for you.
So Dan is asking, what do you think about soldering an adapter to the board so camera can be replaced easily?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right here now, Dan. So basically, what came in the package.
So he likes it, Dan.
Really? I just lost a darn thing? Oh, I put it on top. So I'm going to put this little guy. I'm going to solder that on. I'm going to do that right now. But before I do that, I'm going to talk about really quick the props. Now, I've got the props in line here. Let me move this slate out just a little bit. So this prop is going to be a counterclockwise prop because of the way the blade is pitched. The blade is pitched this way, so it's going to cut the air in going this way, okay? This blade is a clockwise prop. The blade is pitched this way, so it's going to catch the air going this way. Right. So essentially, these 2 props are angled against each other so that they spin into each other, okay? Same thing is true on the back side. They're angled so that they're going to spin into each other. Knowing that, I'm going to put the props onto the motors now. And these are just little friction fit props that just push down on and on. Now, one of the big problems that a lot of people face, and I faced, was just that, not putting the props on right, and or compounding the problem with not having the correct motor spin going. These little guys are kind of easy because it's color coordinated, but the brushed motors or the brushless motors, the big ones, you can spin the motors in any direction or either direction you want by just switching the wires on the connectors. So if you have one motor going one way and you want it to spin the other way, you just switch the wires and it'll switch. So I'm just putting these on.
Go
ahead, Kim.
I was just saying hi to the chat. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Tekor. Merch. Don't pull.
Hopefully, I'm not boring anybody here or too many
No,
people.
no.
We're watching.
Okay.
Itchy.
Little spin test there. So now they're nice and clear. Nothing's hanging them up or anything. So now I put the motors in the frame. I put the props on the frame. I got the motors in correctly. I programmed the flight controller. Now I'm ready to tin and put on the little connector. Gosh darn it, and I keep losing the darn thing.
Is it underneath that that board? Pick that up. No?
No.
No, it's underneath that.
It's not beside the quad.
I don't know. I have more. I might have dropped it on the floor too. That's always a fun place to look on the floor for all of the craziness.
My Bugs Nation. Hey, Nietzsche. Hey,
Well,
Tickler.
let me see here.
Ugh.
Well, it's not going to stop me now. I'll tell you that, Kim. You're laughing at me saying, he's stuck. He's not ever going to move on.
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
Yeah, well, the pile of junk he's got sitting there, there's something in there you can use.
I found it
A
There you
rudimentary lathe.
in the pile of junk right there. Now,
Yeah.
all right, Kim, pay attention to where I put it.
So small.
All right, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, guys, but I'm going to try and do the best I can with it here.
Okay.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my soldering gun, my soldering iron. I'm actually going to do that technique called tinning the tip on the soldering iron. So did you see all that smoke come off from it?
Yeah.
So that's the resin core kind of melting away. That's a good thing. That's not smoke. That's the resin evaporating. That's basically making a chemical reaction happen faster, making the solder go quicker and melt quicker, making the melting point come down a little bit. So that's stuff is kind of stuck inside of the rosin core solder. That's why it's called rosin core. So we're going to put a little bit of heat on the positive terminal, the pad here, to heat it up, and then I'm going to flow a little bit of solder onto it. So I'm not sure if you can see, one doesn't look like the other. One has a solder pad, a little ball of solder on it, and one is kind of golden. And that's the unsoldered pad. I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
There we go.
Baduga said, maybe I'm wrong, but unless you're using the motors in reverse, these props are wrong mounted.
No, because that's coming from an Inductrix. The Inductrix quads spin all differently. They all go backwards. They spin outward direction. This is a Betaflight, and it's going to spin inward on itself. So the props are placed correctly. You can change the whole orientation of the quad, but in order to do that, you have to make it all uniform. They all either have to spin inward, the way I have it set up this way, or outward, the way that was just suggested by another by the chat there. So you can have that set up in Betaflight as well, and switch that around. That was in the first tab that we were in. You can select even quadcopter, hexcopter, and completely arrange how these things fly, and set it up the way that it's supposed to according to the board and the software that you're using. All right, so now I have these two pads tinned. I don't know if we can see that. Let me see. Go right here. Pull it back a little bit. They're nice and tin silver.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So now, Kim, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. All right, so here's the little little thing that we're going to use. And now I clipped this off from what came with the camera. And now I'm going to reveal a little bit of the wire. I'm just going to pick it off.
That's why men have nails.
That's right, just a little bit. I've got to cut my nails too. I'm a little bit embarrassed. So I revealed those two little nibs there, and now I'm going to do that technique called tinning again. I'm going to tin these two guys, put solder on it, so that it sucks in and melts into the solder that I put onto the pads. Boom, boom. And now we pray that I don't do too bad of a job by soldering this bad boy on. And these are a little bit too long. So
Breathe.
It's like surgery, Kim.
Yeah, I know. You hold your breath before you shoot.
That's right. I need that's right. That's right. Try to stop your heartbeat.
Yeah.
Hey, Kim, you may have fingernails, but Mo says, but not claws. You shouldn't have claws.
Hey, I did it, everybody. Yay! All right, so now comes the moment of truth. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, let's see. Let's plug it in and see if it blows up.
Okay.
Is that the camera, or are you plugging in a battery?
So, well, there's the camera. I just soldered the power onto the camera.
Nice.
Let me. Ooh, I should probably go grab some batteries. Oh, I got batteries right here.
Yeah, right, little dumpling. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do.
Louis, you want to read the chat about Baduga? What he's saying?
What's that? Go ahead.
Can you see the chat?
Normal motor rotations and my props are mounted different in every whoop I have. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what to say to that, but in every whoop I have, my props and my motors are mounted exactly the same. They all spin in. Motor 1 is, as I say again, motor 1 is counterclockwise. Motor 2 is, oops, my bad. I keep screwing it up. I keep looking at it right to and do it. Motor 1 is clockwise. Motor 2 is counterclockwise. Motor 3 is counter. And motor 4 is clockwise.
Yeah.
That's the way they are on the big props, or on the big quads that I fly too. All right,
so Baduga is saying I cut the camera wires on the camera a lot shorter. Every gram counts on a whoop.
Yeah, it does. It does. I could cut it a lot shorter, but what happens is you kind of leave yourself less and less room to work. And if you're really into counting grams on a whoop, there are a lot more things than cutting the wires that you can do too. And this is a pretty heavy frame comparatively if you're going to race. And if you're really serious about racing Baduga, I wouldn't be using the Beta Flight. I would be using the Alien Whoop. The Alien Whoop is a big, huge difference in protocol. It uses silverware, kind of a proprietary kind of a special sauce that somebody has created, and it rocks the world. Now, the Beta Flight is pretty good, but I like flying the Alien Whoop, and that's a whole other discussion, Val.
Right.
All right, so let me get my goggles out too, because I want to also test the fact that this is going to work and is giving me a signal. So get the old Fat Sharks out, plug it in. Hope I don't see any magic smoke when I plug this in. And I didn't. So now I've got power on my camera here too. I've got power on the Beta Flight forward. And I should have, video. I don't know how I would be able to show you guys video.
Just pick it up to there. Come on. I want to see it.
Present them, Val.
There you go.
When you talk, it cuts off.
There's video. Well, believe you me. I mean, I can fly video on this boy. Ooh. Oh, actually, I could. Here, let me see. I'll do this. Excuse me for a half a second.
Did you take the camera cap off?
I'm watching you guys. Hey, Kim, Neuro Triggers in here. Nietzsche, Little Dumpling, Star Cop. Having fun.
There we go.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Luis, can you say again what board you're using? What?
I am using the Beta Flight.
Yep, it's working.
Yeah.
Oh, that is working. Really, Momo? That looked easy to you?
All right, so there's that. Now we essentially have a quad ready to fly and rip around the house and chase my cats with. Now we have to install it. So I'm putting it in here. What I've done is I've put the motors in the correct way, and I kind of modified my frame here because it had another strut and it blocks the little battery housing thingy that I use. So I just cut it out. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I am going to put the board and have fun screwing this tiny itty bitty thing down. And I like using these clear ones. It just looks cool. Here, I'll show you one of my other tiny whoops that have been built already. There's that guy right there.
I ordered a couple of those.
And what's cool is I put good old Geordie LaForge skeleton in there because I used the LaForge diversity on my goggles. But now here's something. Here, let me go grab this. This is something that Kim will drool over.
Hey, Mr. Matt 2424, how you doing? Baduga is asking, is the one with the OSD? What, he's gone up?
Yeah, he said he'd be right back. So yeah, they're diagonal Star Cop. So where the one he named 1 is going to go clockwise, 2 counterclockwise. The one he named 3 is going to go counterclockwise, and 4 will be clockwise.
Correct. Yeah. So Kim, this is all aluminum, where this guy is plastic. You can also 3D print these frames, but this is aluminum and carbon fiber underneath.
Ooh.
This was a pain in the tuchus to put together. The screws are so small. But this one flies like a beast too. This is fun to fly. It's a lot weightier, obviously, but it's just a fun little cruiser.
Ooh.
Yes, but
it'll take a beating.
Nice.
So Baduga said there's different Betaflight capable boards on the market. So he's going to let us know exactly what he's gotten. So
Yeah,
that kind of answering Baduga? Am I just...
The board, I'll tell you right now. The Betaflight board that I'm using right now is the Betaflight F3 Evo version 1.1. So it's Betaflight F3 Evo version 1.1. Flight controller brushed long range version with a native FR Sky receiver. And you can buy them in different flavors for connection. I think you can get them for Spectrum and Free Sky as well. All right, so let's put the board on. We put the board on thusly. And it's going to be arranged in that pattern. But before I do put the board on completely, I'm going to put the motor wires on. This is what always befuddles me, is I always tie the board down and then try and put the wires or put the motors in. Found it's much easier to plug the board and the motors into the board first before you tie it all down. It just goes easier. But you got to make sure that you're plugging the motors into the right places.
So Paducah's saying nice. First time I see a carbon aluminum frame for a cordless motor. Usually those are framed for brushless whoops.
Correct, Baduga, but what is it? Rankin Heli makes a great version for tiny whoops, and they're all CNC. It's a carbon fiber, real thin carbon fiber plate that the aluminum is mounted on. Another cool little way to do this too is to roll or to spin the wires on the motors like this, so that it just kind of gives you a little bit more rigidity in the wire, so that you can kind of put it in its place and it'll kind of stay there. There we go. And then one more. Hope everybody wants to see it fly.
Hey, Ryan.
I hope it flies.
I hope so too.
Me too, me too. All right, well, let's see. Let's see if it will fly.
It's all ready to fly?
We'll make it fly right now. Yeah, really? we'll pre-maiden it. How about that? I won't even put the battery thing in. I'm just powering this baby up. Bam. Powered up. Where's my controller here?
So Merch is saying the Snapper 66 has carbon and aluminum frame.
What one is that?
The Snapper 66.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hope this all works. Only half of it works. Probably because there it is. Probably have to set the throat point, but that's okay. All right. Let me tie it down.
Oh, he said 6, not 66. Sorry, me of the Snapper 6. Okay.
The Snapper 6. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Right.
All right.
One is finished.
All righty. So the next thing is putting. Oops. Let me see here. Oop, I'll be right back. I got to get a small screwdriver.
So, Lewis one is brushed.
That's okay, Paduga. We understand.
I'm not ignoring anyone, just paying attention. Yeah, Paduga, I'm feeling the same way because every time I start paying attention to chat, it's like he's almost got the drone finished, and I'm thinking, what did I miss? I have to watch this all over. Uploaded the video of it now.
I understand that, Paduga. I'm doing the same thing.
Cool merch. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, and there's just so many different ways to build these little guys, but
quick 420 break.
Yeah.
To a plastic frame. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So what I just did with this little guy is I just poked the holes through it so that I can tie it to the frames. Kim, you said you got a bunch of these, right?
Yeah, I bought 4.
Yeah, they're vacuum formed. They're cool.
Yeah, I paid $1.99 for 4, I think it was.
Yeah. They come with the frame, the cameras sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick mine in the camera, my camera inside it, and valves.
Yep.
Protection.
All right, now typically too, I get out the old hot glue gun. I probably won't do that tonight because we're kind of running long here, and I'm getting tired. And
are we running long? No, we still got
dinner
5
here, but
hours to go.
5. Oh man, you're paying me well, Val.
Whole dollar.
So what I would do is I would hot glue this bit right here where it's connected for the antenna, just to kind of give it a little bit more reinforcement. And
Yes.
two, it'll kind of keep the camera into the casing, because sometimes after you crash, a lot of times, like Ken does all the time, it'll pop out.
Yeah.
So, Baduga said I have
Not from crashing.
Baduga said I have a few builds under my belt, but it's always nice to see other people's builds and analyze the differences. And Ryan says teeny screws are the worst part. And then
Oh, here we go.
says,
Here we go.
gotta
Tiny
love
screws are the
teeny.
worst part. I hate them.
I keep a magnet close by out of a speaker, a little small magnet.
I keep a small child around and say, "Hey, honey, I dropped a screw. Can you find it?"
Yeah, but if you use a magnet, you magnetize the screw, and it's enough to stick to a tiny screwdriver, and it's easier to insert it back in.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
With this one though, the plastic housing kind of holds the screws there for you.
Yeah.
So you kind of lucky with that. With that other frame that I showed you guys, boy, that was a pain in the butt. I had to use tweezers on every screw with that one. All right, let me make sure I'm putting this on correctly, because I've been known to do that wrong too.
There you go.
All right, now also too, a lot of people use the bushings. There's little bushings that come in. It's called soft mounting. There was, back in the day, soft mounting was trying to isolate vibrations on your flight controllers so that you would have a better flight. Was a big thing in FPV. It still kind of is, and these came with soft mounting, like little gaskets or whatever, that would help isolate the vibration. These don't have that much vibration, so I never used them. And I never had an issue with vibrations in my feed or any problems with it flying, because I didn't use them. So I usually just don't use them. And yeah, here I am struggling. So what I'm trying to do is get this placed just so that, there we go. There. All right, so I've got it put together. Now, probably what I'll have to do is I'll have to plug it back into Betaflight to make sure that I have it aligned correctly and calibrated. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm not going to do the screen share, but I'll just quickly, basically plugging it back in. And then I'm going to calibrate it by just holding it as steady as possible on a level surface so that it knows where flat is. All right.
The worst part of the whole build.
It is.
That's what Ryan said.
All right. Hopefully I did everything right and we'll be able to see this little guy fly. If not, it's back to the drawing board, Kim. Back to the drawing board.
Don't forget your glue.
Well, you know, I'm gonna do that at a later date. Right now, I'm not gonna crash it. That's how confident I am.
Okay, that's what I keep saying.
Impression first. Baduga said the props are correct. I got the wrong impression first. And you know what, Baduga, when we're looking straight onto the camera, things are kind of reversed anyway. So it does make it a little odd.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the orientation on the camera is a little... I think it reverses things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I have to say motor 1, 2, 3, and 4. That way everybody knows.
But that's true. That's true. The clockwise and the counterclockwise stuff is true for all the drones, isn't it? Because my Breeze is like that.
Yes, and as I said before too, you can change that orientation, but they all have to be changed in the similar fashion.
Oh.
All right, so let me see. Maybe I can take you guys for a spin around my nasty garage or my nasty cellar here.
Can we pass? Can we not pass the kitty litter, or you?
I'm taking you all right into the kitty litter. I think
Nice.
I think Sid came back and left another one for us because it still smells down here.
It's almost the same to all drones. Thanks, Paducah.
All right, so here's, I don't know, can we?
Which camera do I want to be on? This one here, right?
Yeah, let me see if I can get the phone to look at this correctly.
There you go. And just a little bit to the other side. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Right.
Well,
Does that work?
Yeah.
Is that good, guys? Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
There.
Just present it. Val, just present it so it stays on there.
I did.
You did? Okay, there you go.
Razors off.
Is it? Can you see me?
Yep.
No. Did you get it closer to you?
Sure. Let me see if I can do it.
I'm teasing. Don't do that. Hey, Miss Chris's World. How you doing, darling?
It flies.
Okay, let's go for a long
Did
ride.
you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I want more. Let's go.
No,
Okay.
that wasn't good. No.
That's terrible.
Back it up.
Now over to the other side. Move it to
That's
the
it.
other side of it. What the? No.
Oh my God, you guys are driving me nuts.
Move it back a little. There we go. Oh, now it's off.
Put your cam down just a little bit there, Louis.
Yeah, that's good.
Put your cam down a little bit.
There we
Is that better, or should I go down a little bit more?
Put your cam down a little bit more.
Just
Just a little bit more.
knock it. There you go.
That's okay. Don't touch it no more. You're okay. Yay.
Okay, that's the part that I'm not confident in either yet, Mo. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's do this.
Wow.
I hear my cats running upstairs. So they're like, no, it's out.
It's the internet connection, but it's pretty.
There's the cat litter. Oh. Is it working or no? Probably not, huh?
Well, I mean, it's late because of the internet connection.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be latent on.
But you see it flying around. I did it. Yay.
Yeah,
There we go. It is flying around, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that dragon, Star Cop.
Uh-oh.
There we go. There we go into the house.
Oh, I'm upstairs.
So how clear is that on your ball?
What's that?
How clear is it showing up on your goggles?
Very clear. There's a lot going on. And plus it's not playing nice with the signal, the RF signal that I have going on right next to it.
Okay.
It's real time. There's no jerking or anything like that, Val, when you're flying.
But those were pumpkins that we carved earlier.
Oh, nice.
Let me see. I'm going to fly right in front of the computer.
Oh.
There it is. There, I did it.
Good drone review. Thanks for coming in.
Hey, True drone review, man. Hi, how are you? Sorry, I didn't see you come in for.
Oh, drone review man. Hey, Patrick.
We were engrossed in the video.
Take down. Oh, nice.
It flies good there, Paul.
Yeah, it was a nice little flyer.
Yeah,
Or
did she
slow.
break up much when you were upstairs heading for the door? No,
Oh no, no. No, I can fly from my basement all the way up the 2 stories of my house, all the way up
that's
upstairs.
cool. Far out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun chasing the cats up the stairs.
Yeah. I don't get much breakup on this little whoop either. That one there.
Yeah.
I get
25
very,
mil will take you longer.
yeah, I just have to upgrade the battery because it's a small battery. And put a cap on it there. Don't.
I hope that wasn't entertaining or anything.
That was fun.
That was great.
Yeah, you learned a bit about the beta flight there and saw you put it together. It was cool.
Hey, NetDragon.
As I said, there is a lot to it. And throwing that spaghetti up against the wall is the best way to kind of start, and at least it gives you an orientation of where you need to start. And you can pretty much start in any one of those positions and learn something just by going to YouTube and picking the right video for you. What do you want to learn? And whoever's doing the video, if you can stand that person doing that video or whatever, then have at it. And like, I forgot who it was in here. Ogata RCs. It's interesting to see somebody else's way to build things. I've kind of streamlined these. I've built like probably 100 of these little guys. But I'm always nervous, especially doing it live, that, I've got a problem. What's the problem? And you have to know that, you're always going to have an issue with these things, but you got to kind of stay calm and figure out, okay, where can I start that I can figure out the problem and go backwards and make it work.
Mm.
It is a lot of it a crapshoot sometimes. And I've been told by the best of them, just walk away for a couple of days and come back to it. You'll come back to it refreshed and kind of it'll work.
Excuse me for a minute. That Dragon, how you doing? JDS, John, how are you? You went and took some videos of the snow today? Okay.
Nietzsche, I'm not sure, but you never know.
Roger, I need to take care of something really quick. I'm gonna leave you
Okay.
in your capable hands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take off the present, so that I'll just go to who's ever talking.
Okay. So, John, yeah, you took 2 videos today of the snowfall. Deep in Ontario. Just Having Fun has a question for you. Louis?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm trying to catch up with the chat.
Okay.
Just Having Fun said, Louis P Floyd, you explained it in a way that I totally understand. Thank you for that.
Oh, I hope so. I hope I wasn't sure about my understanding of it as I explained it, but all right, cool.
Yeah, John, you got the early snow. We got snow, freezing rain and rain all day today. No snow. You got the snow.
Yeah, we're not having it.
We're not having it, man. We're sending it to you.
Yeah.
Indigo Rio, yeah, I hear you there, and it's something goofy that always crops up that stops you the longest sometimes, and you're like, oh, that's what I have to do. All right, click, yay, it all works.
Yeah.
That stopped me for 2 days. Why did? Yeah. I've been there too.
Hey, Nate Shame, how you doing?
Hi, Nightshade. Not bad. We were Louis P Floyd was demonstrating how to put a whoop together and beta flight it.
It's all set up now. He already did the flight. Went very well.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I didn't crash in the kitty litter.
Yeah.
For a little toy, that I like those domes on it.
Yeah, the
Canopy.
I like the canopies. The canopies are really cool.
Yeah, because you could rip that camera right off there.
Yeah. Yeah, the canopies do a good job holding it in. But again, I'm going to go back over it with a little hot glue and just kind of secure the antenna a little bit better. And Make sure it won't pop out.
That's an F-36, isn't it? What version of drone is that again, Louis?
The frame is an Ishin. Let me see. What is the frame? It's a Tiny Whoop Ishin E010 RC quadcopter frame. It's a cheapie.
Yeah.
Crazy pony.
Okay.
And you don't have to buy that same frame. All of these will fit interchangeably, usually.
Yeah. Would that flight controller handle brushless motors? You know, those little tiny little motors?
No, you would have to buy a micro flight controller, and that would have a separate that would not contain the ESCs most usually, unless you buy an all-in-one. Okay. So you would have to buy another little board that has the ESCs to power that.
Oh, okay. Be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, because brushed motors don't need as much power, take like 7 volts and under. But brushless motors that use the magnets that spin up, it's a higher voltage and higher. They run at higher amperage, so you can run those at 2S or 3S. But those then now need a special speed controllers, the ESCs, to do its magic. And
I understand.
Information taken from the flight controlling board.
Yeah. So those motors that are in that, are those 8-inch or are those the smaller ones?
No, these are the smaller ones.
Millimeter?
Yeah, they're not the super tall ones, but they're the faster ones. I think they're the special sauce or
okay. Yeah, I understand, because you got different outputs, like fast and slower than.
Yeah. The motors, let me see, the crazy pony 4-piece. They're 6x15 millimeter motors.
Okay.
1900 kV.
Okay.
So Turkey's saying the one thing he's now looking forward to in FPV is the clarity in goggles. Every set he's seen is fuzzy and has lines running through the screens.
That's because it's analog. Analog video is scratchy. It's back in the old school days where you've got antenna where you're getting that feed. It's analog feed. It's not digital. That's why you're getting the snow and the lines and scratchiness. You know, interference. With that, it's not the best video quality, but it is the best video quality that you can get that's low latency, that will not cause you to crash. Anything different than analog right now with high definition, it has super latency. Even a millisecond is a latency that you're not able to fly with. So analog and the scratchiness is just a part of the game.
Yeah.
At least right now.
So hi, James. Hey, Nero. He said he's still here. He's saying that's a small drone. It is. It's a whoop. You can fly it indoors really easy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's like this thing.
Hold on. Let me present you, Kim. Oh, yeah. So that's okay.
I have the same thing. I have a little jumper on the back to connect the camera and disconnect it. And it's soldered directly to the power leads.
Turkey. So hold yours up and let me see it. The one you just built.
Well, I didn't build it. I mean, I just put it together.
This one. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
I see you, Kim.
That's nice.
I was comparing them together.
They're almost the same, though. Just about. There's just the board's better.
Yeah, so there's not much of a variation that you can have with these guys.
Yeah, just a better
propellers, flight controller, camera.
So where's the battery?
Underneath.
That little thing.
Yeah, the long batteries. That's probably what, a 260 or a 215?
All right.
260. Yep.
Yeah, 260. You can get those on where Rotor Riot, Rotor Village for $6, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, you can get 6 of them for like $12, I think.
Wow, that's good.
You need the one with the wire on it, don't you?
No, you could just have a connector that connect.
Okay.
Yeah, they usually the boards usually come with a connector, 2 connectors. They come with a small one and a bigger one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did someone already ask, because I'm sorry, I was taking care of stuff, how much this took, how expensive it was, all the parts to put this together?
So the complete parts list, and the parts list that I'm going to give you guys has links to it through Amazon, and if you buy using those links, you're going to kind of kick back to my group CNY Drones a little bit. So they're links that will give us a little bit of money. I think like 2%, not much, but so the whole build, as I just showed you, without the Tyrannus and without the goggles, is $91.83. That's for the motors. That's for the frame. That's for the camera. That's for everything that you just saw me build.
Go ahead, Merch. You can link it. So if I were to buy that, how much would it be? If I were to buy it, like, what do you call it? Like, just, I decided I didn't want to build it. I wanted to buy a whoop just like that.
It depends. It anywhere between $50 and $90 for the good ones, and you can go a little bit cheaper for junkier ones. You can buy almost ready to fly ones where you pick the receiver that you want. Let's say you've got the Tyrannus, so you buy. So basically, a ready to fly one would be exactly this. Somebody built it, puts it in a package, and sends it to you, Val, and then you bind it to your Tyrannus. There are different versions of those, and you guys just search the internet, you'll find them.
Okay. I think it's fun to build them. I think that would be a lot of fun. But
it's a lot of fun to build them because when you break them, you know what you can fix and you know how to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you learn.
Right. I think so. So you put it together in a fairly short amount of time. I think it would take me a slightly bit longer.
Well, when I first started building, it would take me weeks, and now I've got it down to hours. Like a build like this guy right here. This build took me probably 6 hours to do, and I'm still not quite finished with it. So this is one of the racers that I'm putting together for an upcoming race. So it's all put together. I've conformal coated it because I'm going to race it in the snow. All the parts have been coated and everything. It all works. Maidened it today, but this one took me about 6 hours to put together.
So can you kind of hold it up a little more to the oh, hold on, maybe it was. Maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. Okay. Wow.
Nice.
So this is cool too because when you plug it in and you have it up and running and you put power through it, you'll see it for a second. So the ESCs pop. So what's cool, or the lights pop when power gets pushed through them. They go brighter. So it's kind of like when I throttle up, if I throttle to the right and turn to the right or something, these sides will power up and be brighter, and vice versa, and so on and so forth. It's pretty cool.
Drum pull. I think have learned a lot from just building too.
Yeah, you do. You learn a ton of stuff from learning how to build and why you have to do things the certain way you have to do things.
So Mars wants to know, can you use a GoPro and goggles on an FPV quad like just like you can with the PP?
4 Pro.
Yeah.
No, latency is the issue. Now you can use a high definition feed, but you have to then up your money situation and get this thing called Clearview, which is a low latency, high definition FPV feed. I think Lumineer sells it through Get FPV.
That is so much bigger than that little whoop.
Yeah, it goes a lot faster too.
So what are you going to be? So you just built this for us, and how is this going to connect to CYN drones? What we just did.
Well, it's one of the things that we do. We teach people and teachers essentially how to build these little guys, and then work with students on how to integrate curricularly drones into what they want to accomplish. So, if you want to do some math, how can we use math and drones to make it, make things work together? If you want to do science, how can we use the camera on the drone to take information in and plot some sciencey thing? Just real quick off of the top of my head, kind of curricular things that we're going to teach people how to do after they build the drone. So the learning curve is kind of steep on that end, because you have to learn how to build the drone, you have to learn how to pilot the drone, then you have to teach building and piloting, and then what are you going to use it for? So just having the drone in itself can be a ton of lesson plans in the works. The chemistry of the battery, you could go into that for a week or two. How does the battery work? Talk about how a drone battery works and teach a kid how it works, and maybe that kid will figure out how to make a better drone battery. And if that kid does that, then they're going to be pretty rich.
Right.
That'd be
Right.
great to have a better battery.
So how close are you to your goals with CNY drones right now?
A goal is what? I mean, that's one of the things that we're kind of struggling with, is how to keep this viable and marketable, and I don't know, around. The goal, I guess, is to fill a niche between, like going back to those 3 words before, drone, education, pipeline.
Right.
Anything to do with drone, anything to do with education and drone, and then getting that education and drone into the pipeline, especially around here, because we're one of 7 sites in the United States that allow drone testing. We have a corridor between Rome, New York, Griffiths Air Force Base, International Air Force Base, and Hancock Air Force Base in Syracuse, New York, and up to another place called Rome, Fort Drum, or Fort Drum, New York, near Watertown. So there's like a triangle in New York State where tons and tons and tons of money is being poured into for the drone corridor, for testing of all sorts. How to fly them, how to take them out, how to use them for commercial, just tons of stuff. And what our aim with CNY drones is to start a pipeline from really young to keep the kids here in this area, to continue this and to have our minds not go away, but to stay here. And one of the pipeline and educative things that we see is drone operations.
So I'm sorry, I want to make sure I get the question. Bill, Newfoundland just asked, you just said he just ordered a, really, people? He said he just ordered a what do you call it? A Happy Model Mabula 7. Wanted to know if anyone had one.
Nope, never heard of it.
And then JDS said, "Hey everyone, what type of battery does the Tyro 99 take?" JDS, you don't have a Tyro? I thought you did.
Drone Pool has a Tyro 99.
Oh, where's Drone Pool? I didn't see him.
He'll be here. I think he's in here.
He's in here somewhere. He was. Let's see, Night Mo. Yeah, Mo, thank you so much for coming in, and I hope your headache starts the lesson. Oh, it's a brushless whoop. Okay. It's a 2S whoop. Oh, JDS is just getting one, a Tyro 99. Okay. So does anyone have any more questions for Paul about the build? Because a lot of you I know have built a whoop, but I certainly haven't. There are a few of us who haven't.
Me either.
Yeah.
I'm trying to process all that information.
Go back and watch the video again.
A couple times.
Yeah.
I'm
sure I probably glossed over something that I probably should have spent a little bit more time on. But that's another cool thing is if there's more information that you need to glean, find a video on YouTube and research it. That's a lot of things that that people don't do today, as far as I'm concerned, is research. And when Google came around, a lot of educators were like, "Oh, you can't just send a kid out to Google." Well, no, you can't. I mean, there's a lot of nasty stuff out there. But once we established firewalls on school, systems where they're not going to get to the nefarious sites as much, you should send a kid out onto Google. And if you're a parent, lock it down so that they're not seeing the bad stuff, but let them go out on Google. My idea is you've got a problem to solve. We'll start with the macro. Google is the macro. I don't know how to do this. Show me something, Google, and Google is going to give you everything. Yeah. Now, the kid or the person has to be smart, and this is the dangerous spot. What do we look at? How do we know it's not fake news? Well, look at the resources that are behind that website. Look at the other sources that website uses. Compare that website to like maybe 3 or 4 other websites. And if that information is kind of consistent across those other websites, it's just like old school research. Hey, this must be true. And what's only capital T until you find it even more places and you find it for yourself to be true. It's still lowercase t when you find, a couple of resources that agree on content information. So you still have to continue to do that macro and find it down into micro, where information is really going to be informative to you and give you the right stuff that you need. So there's never going to be that one spot where, here you go, Kim, this is how you do it. No, Kim's got to do the work and the research too. Yeah. As much as I can give you a spoon-fed information, until you do it and squeeze your brain into figuring it out, you're still going to have failings at one aspect or another until you figure it out. Yeah. And that's what we're not giving a lot of kids the opportunity to do. We're not letting people figure things out. We're like, here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. There's a bunch of ways to do things. Mm-hmm.
So JDS, I'm sorry because my phone's ringing. So what I did to find the answer to your question was I went on Google on my phone. I don't know if you have one of these, but the Tyro 99 uses a 4S 1300 mAh battery.
Milliamp. Yep. There you go.
Hi, Reaper.
See, and that's another really important thing that social divide has to be maintained to not happen. The social divide I'm talking about is education and information technology. If you can't be a person that wants to know something and pick up a phone or go to a computer and say, hey, Google, or hey, Alexa, or whatever, hey, Siri, if you don't have that ability, man, you're lost. If you don't have internet, if you don't have the ability to go and find information using the internet, if you're a poor a kid that doesn't know how to use a computer, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble.
Well, it's leaving them all behind. Yeah.
Yeah, that information divide is so scary because, you know, it's you know, if you don't know how to use a computer, if you don't know how to look at things critically, life's going to be tough.
Yeah.
True.
Hey guys, I gotta let you guys go. I gotta get some dinner, and it was fun. And I'll hook up with you, Val, to give you the information that you need.
That was cool.
Thank you.
Yep. Hopefully somebody learned something.
Yep.
I know I didn't.
Well, that was great. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that a couple times to really get it sunken in. The beta flight. I think it really cleared the whoop, but the beta flight's gonna be what gives me a little bit of trouble.
And I kind of breezed through that a lot. And as I said, if you want, I can help people out, or other people can help you out too, and say, just give me this board and pre-programmed on this board, and people will do that. They'll give you the backup files that they have. It's easy.
Yeah.
But it's too easy if you do it that way. Then you don't learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I learned a lot.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you
Thanks,
so
Paul.
much.
Thanks,
You're
Paul.
great for doing this. I
Bye,
so
guys.
appreciate
I
it.
had fun.
Hey, bye-bye.
Dinner.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's this man. And
I still gotta get the phone off. All right. Bye for real this time.
Bye, Paul. Oh my gosh, Kim. So do you think you can just do this now?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was interesting.
Yes, Myers. I think I got too fussy with that PV footage. I can't clarity.
Mars, I understand. Me too. I can't sit there and watch and all this drive me crazy.
So some of these racing things, when they have the goggles on, are really sweet and clear. So I'm not understanding.
Yeah, some are very clear.
Yeah.
Some of the ones we watched last night were really clear.
Yeah, but the footage,
beautiful footage.
the whooping people do, you see them flying around and going under trees. That's on the camera. That's not the headset. That's like a GoPro visual. He's looking while controlling the drone.
Okay, but they have goggles on.
Yeah.
Oh, so they download the camera footage.
Yeah. The camera, the GoPro that's on the drone.
Okay.
Sometimes you see the video, they DVR their goggles, what they're seeing. They'll be static and all this kind of thing. Because they're going far. If you're just whooping in the house, it's not so bad.
So
but
John,
most of that is going.
That's not the number I found. I'm sorry. I found it just on Google, so it must have been the wrong number for you.
That's it, March. Yeah. DVR footage and another camera on the quad.
Okay. Okay. Because I was going to say that footage is great.
I mean, it's pretty clear with just the goggles and the camera on that little whoop there. I mean, it's pretty good. You'll have fun with it in the house. There isn't that and all this there kind of thing going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering about that. I just wasn't sure how that was going to end up working out.
No, it's not too bad. You'll get a little bit of breakup, but you'll be fine. You'll be able to do your house with it.
So, guys, was this interesting to you, building the whoop?
Heck no.
No? I thought it was. I don't know why I loved it, but I just loved it. I like that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah. Other than the programming with the beta flight and all that, but everything else is easy.
Oh, I was so confused during the beta flight, and you know, Paul is a great teacher. Oh, drone boy, yes. Yeah, because I think I'm going to get him at some point to really go over beta flight, and people may find that boring, but you know what? A lot of us need to learn that. We just need to learn it.
You will. You just look and other people stuff and ask questions. YouTube.
Yeah. I think it's what we have to do.
Building wise, it's pretty easy. You saw it was basic. You solder here and there and plug it.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's no plugs and you have to solder it to the board.
Hey, Domer family. Axiomatic. I think I'm saying that right. Right? Axiomatic? Yeah, it was. I like seeing it. I was scared of beta flight, but after a time or two, it's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go. Hey, Merch, thank you so much, darling.
Bye, Merch.
Thank you. Did you watch the video with Throne? Oh, not yet. I watched one of your videos. Yes. I'm sorry, I watched so many. Try to catch up today. So guys, I want to kind of be clear on some stuff so you don't feel bad. On Saturdays, between Canadian Drone Network and myself, we are on probably for 7-8 hours, right? And then on Sundays, we can be on about 6 or 7 hours. So once you're sitting in a chair on that long, I still go on other channels. I still watch videos, but sometimes my eyes are just poking out of my head by then. And so I don't get to go to everything, or I don't always remember. I'm watching, I'm commenting, but it can get a little hard, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know.
Oh, is that right there, Reaper? Oh, that's a lot easier for people that can't do the beta flight programming and stuff. It comes already on the board. That's not bad.
Put motors and frame, set it up in the radio. Oh, cool, Bill Val, loved it. Thank you, Mars. That's fine. Yeah, but I caught you today. I caught you yesterday and the day before. Yes, so I'm there. I usually try to comment so you know I'm there. Sorry, you're lurking, been busy. But you commented in one of the videos. Yeah, you're at the beach. Reaper. Yeah. See, I'm thinking in the beginning, I don't know, Dan, you can answer this. I'm thinking in the beginning, I may need to do that because that beta flight scared the heck out of me. It did.
Just ask questions. Here. Go choose somebody like say Dan if he's up to it. Go on personal hangouts together and he kind of walk you through it when you're at that point or somebody else.
So who in this chat right now, we got like 17 here, how many of you have built a drone so far? Domar, have you guys built a drone yet? We are lagging a bit, so I may take it. Because I know Drone Pool because I've been watching his flights and they are cool.
Yeah, he does.
Noah Axiomatic.
Reaper built 4.
I bought the Mavic.
He likes that idea.
Domar? Okay, hold on. I got it.
Drone Pool, if you two ever do it, can I sit in the corner and be very quiet and listen?
Yeah, Domar, I haven't either. Reaper, Roger, is that a new PC or the old? It's the old one.
The old one.
Reaper has built 4.
Yeah.
Oh, you're my hero, Reaper.
Not dragging my new PC's down. Broke.
Corrupted Windows.
Corrupted Windows.
He's getting a new one Wednesday.
Oh, just looking his build. Yeah, I thought you said that.
I behave, I promise.
He's not been behaving. I've had to threaten to beat the gummy bears out of him 3 times today.
Boy.
I am losing money now. Hey, I got to tell you guys, just watching drone stuff, you lose money because you just want to build.
Ed whooped today? Oh, nice. I want to see that.
Yeah, Axiomatic. He builds RC cars and trucks.
Help reinstalling the new one. Let me know. 3 are on beta flight, 1 on race flight. Okay, Reaper. Yeah. So,
I'm getting it on Wednesday, Net Dragon. I'm supposed to get it in the mail on Wednesday, but our mail is supposed to be on strike, so we don't know what that's going to go on.
Guys, you guys got to straighten your postal system.
Well, bienvenue à Québec.
Oh my God. So love my drones. I got your thing for liftoff. And when I gave my daughter my lights, because you could tell it's a little dark in here, because she was doing something for YouTube through her work, I accidentally gave her my pack, and it had my Fly Sky in it, and it had my connections. So I have to go run and get them tomorrow so I can fly. I was all ready to fly. I was so thrilled that I couldn't fly.
Okay, Net Dragon, no problem.
Cool, Net Dragon. Thank you very much.
Hey Roger, do you know how to do the IM in Discord yet?
Nope.
I'm just telling you, Net Dragon. Yeah, I don't either. It doesn't.
I haven't been. I've been in Discord once since they opened it. Because I got too much going on.
Freaking no time.
I got no time at all. So I appreciate it very much. These guys for doing it for me and doing it for the group. I appreciate it a lot. Net Dragon and Mars are taking good care of it.
Oh, I try to go in, but I don't really understand it that well. I got pretty aggravated with liftoff today, Val. So I flew the Whoop instead, right?
Uh-oh.
But that's kind of what I was saying, right, Roger? We spend so much time on this that by the time we get to life and what's going on around us, it can be daunting.
Oh yeah.
Ed, you whooped outside in horizontal mode?
And
horizon mode? Oh, that's cool.
And the past week there, I've been sick like a dog, so that doesn't help me out too much.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to teach us a little bit about it. I think maybe we need a YouTube video tutorial, guys. You know, because I don't know how to use it either. And people are saying they're having these conversations with their children, right? They go, "Oh, I get a hold of my kid on Discord. I talk to him." I think TechCourse said that, and I'm like, I wouldn't even begin to know how to do that. So I need someone to show me.
Ed, do you have the video downloaded? I want to see this.
Which one?
Ed's outdoor whoop.
Did some loops and rolls, Kim. That's cool. I wish I had Xstream so we could see it now. Discord is a pain in the ass. I pick her. See, I'm wearing the ring. I just love it.
Nice ring there, Tech Car.
Yeah.
I had to. This one. I love. I love both of them, but I've been wearing this one. Yes, they have basic videos about Discord. Once you get the basics, you'll learn new things as you go. Okay, NetDragon, how you liking your job, NetDragon? It takes some getting used to. Should just use Skype. And he's certainly no expert. Oh my God. Yeah, so I'm thinking, guys, so I have have you ever thought about all the things you want to do? So I want to do the 107. I want to build a whip. I need to get liftoff down. Got to go get my fly ski. What else am I doing? Goggles, I figure out the goggles, all of that. Just around the channel and the drone stuff that we do, there's a lot of stuff to learn. And I got to tell you guys, you guys are so extremely bright, because what I saw him do, normal people can't just do that, I don't think. I happen to be one of the normal people.
So we're
I'm
not
not
normal.
Sorry, I learned.
See, that's what she said, huh, guys?
Okay,
She's
wait.
saying that we're not normal. Only normal people can't do it. So that means we're not normal.
You're not. I mean, guys, I mean, what he was doing was algebra, geometry. I think I saw a piece of calculus in there, and my brain was frying. Roger, how did you feel about beta flight?
Duh.
What?
Reminds me when I was going to school, like, duh.
That's right, Ed.
Hey, Trickly. I was watching it thinking, the colors are pretty. I was like, you're gonna play a lot of things you learn in the real world, jobs and problem solving as well. We are all abnormally brilliant. I think so. When I saw that, it really did take on all those things. And so when you guys were in school telling your teacher, why do I have to learn this? I'm never going to use it in real life. Woohoo, lots on you.
Yeah, that's true, Reaper. That's really true. That's a true way of looking at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think all the kids doing this and CNY drones is huge because it is geometry, some calculus. I mean, there was all that stuff in there. And I was watching it and it was going in my brain like I think I've learned some of this before, but it wasn't. I mean, it was hard when I was learning it. But kids are going to have to use it to be up running in this world now. They are going to be using all this. They're going to be doing this stuff. I'm thinking.
Yep. That was fun. That was interesting. Other than the beta, everything else is easy.
Yeah, because I'm thinking when you plug that in, I'm Fig Jam. Oh, no, you aren't, Turkey. You are not. Because I've talked to you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. So how many of you in here have used beta? Because sometimes you get a drone already built, right? You have to install beta. You have to.
Well, it depends. Well, what's already on that drone? But you're gonna pay a few bucks.
Oh, poor Roger. Roger, oh, poor Kim. He's hiding. It's like Star Wars. Darth Vader's coming after you, Kim. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. I just thought, for the long and short of it, it could be somewhat difficult, right?
Wow. You'll get it.
Never had to install it. Always been there. Just twerk it, right, Mars? Just twerk it. So, yeah, I want to know how Dan figured it out. Hey, Drone Pool, are you still in here? How did you figure out beta flight? Because that's not nothing you just build and just normally would get it, right? I know my head's stuck on this. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. You're asking questions.
I don't know if Drone Pool's still in here. Reaper. I highly recommend Flight 1. The configure is stupid easy, and it walks you through step by step setting up your flight controller and escapes. This thing
Yes.
was like 4 years ago. Tuned everything. There was no stop.
Information now, Reaper.
Bardwell. Oh, Bardwell videos. Okay. So Flight 1. Okay, it's different than beta, right? Flight 1? Am I just putting too many things together? Roger. Squeaky chair. Flight 1 was race flight. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because when I was seeing Flight 1 will walk you through the setup step by step. Look cool. Yeah, when I was seeing Night Train do gyms, and I believe it was flight, that was a heck of a lot of maneuvering he had to do to try to get it to go. It just looked, even then, he's been doing it a long time, it looked a little difficult. Are you okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. So I want to go and see. Did I miss any questions in the chat, guys?
I don't see anything. They're talking between each other.
Okay. If I did, please accept my apology. So I went on Nero Trigger. You know how he was talking about it not, his channel not getting what he wanted right out of it. And I said I'd go and take a look at it. I think he's a good channel. He does the gaming the way I'm used to seeing it. He talks to the audience in 45 minutes and have it set up to my TX and flying 10 minutes after that. Is that using Flight 1? Tech Core?
Oh, that's pretty good. So you gotten used to it. You've learned fast.
So they don't all cost $99 though, do they?
No. Some costs a lot of money. A lot of money.
Okay, I was thinking of going down in price. You like a lot of money go up. Preston Garrison, the owner of Flight 1, will also personally answer questions you ever have. Okay, so why do we do beta flight then? Is Flight 1 a newer thing?
Yeah.
You get used to it. I like to get used to something a little easier. I hate to say that, but for me. Oh, because Flight 1 is a week old. 1 week old? Like 1 week old? Like a baby that was just born 7 days ago?
Yeah,
This flight is really good. Very good configure. Just some people prefer it. Okay. Wow.
yeah, because you have different flight modes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it. You have different flight modes.
Huh. Yeah, I was wondering what that was gonna. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, nice. I'll be right back. Let me just check something real quick. Let me see. Did I make a funny face? Okay. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. I can't find it. Oh, there you are. I thought I lost you guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Flight 1 has been around about 2 years. They changed the name from Race Flight a few months ago. Oh, sick of Beta Flight until Barbara tells me to change. Not kidding. Hello. I'll continue to use both Beta Flight and Flight 1. Huh. Okay. Yeah, Reaper we just got a video a week ago with a walkthrough. Okay, okay, so okay. So
There's a lot of information on YouTube.
yeah, yeah, there is a lot.
Just look at videos and stuff like that, and keep looking at the same video if it's interesting, and till you get that down pat.
So guys, Tuesday, I'm having one of our new members of the community come on with me for me to interview. It'll be 6 Eastern time. And it's a gentleman by the name of Flipside. His wife is also a flyer.
Oh,
So
Miss
it'll be
K.
Miss K. It'll be interesting to get to know her. So we're always talking about bringing more women into the sport and everything. And so she's already in it. So I'm hoping everyone's going to be able to come and watch that with me or be part of that. It'll be interesting seeing what her views are on flying in the community. Flash it onto the FB. Oh,
If I'm not mistaken, she's close to 600 supporters now.
wow.
If I'm not mistaken,
I bet.
I looked at her channel this morning, I think it was.
Nice, nice, nice. It'll be really nice to go on and see it. So I'm going to work on the description of this one and everything. So if there are any kids out there that are wanting to kind of get an idea on how to build the quad, they'll be able to. And I'm not going to keep us too much longer on here because it's late and we've had a long week, haven't we?
Mm. A
Yeah.
long weekend. A long weekend.
Yeah, long weekend.
Yeah.
Roger to recuperate, right?
Mm.
So a lot of you know before I go that I've been working on getting my hours in, and it actually looks like it's possible that I may make the 4,000 hours by my birthday. It's looking like it's really possible, but it wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for you guys coming in and watching those videos and being part of this committee, our committee community. I'm sorry, I got my other job on my head, but you guys are the ones that make this roll and make it really worth rolling. And I got to tell you, I wasn't sure how a build would work out on a video, right? Doing a live stream of a build because so many of our community have already done a build. So I
It
appreciate
was a little shaky, but it wasn't too bad.
Huh?
The video was a little shaky there, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, in between the time, the lapse between, you know, and
Yeah, I think that if we were had better equipment, batteries ordered, boys. You know you're busy when you forget to order a battery. That is true, JDS. So true. So I know you guys had a lot of choices where you could go today. I'm so happy that you came here.
oh yeah, tomorrow on Net Dragon. That's awesome, man.
It's Monday.
Well,
It's Monday. Everybody works.
well, I mean, Net Dragon.
Yeah, we started work last week.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's great. Sorry, pal.
So thank you for choosing here. And tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp Eastern time, the Canadian Drone Network will be on. And it looks like I might be joining you because I think my friend was able to get her stuff taken care of. It's Sunday, but she found out some extra stuff about her insurance.
Okay.
So I might be able to join you. If not, I froze because your fingers up.
Thanks, Reaper, for coming in and giving us the information that you bestowed upon us. Always appreciate it.
Oh, Reaper, you're so nice to come up.
We're a young sponge mind and an old body, and always willing to learn something.
So TechCore, you put up the vid of your work camp, right? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I love my drones, Ed. Come on, man. I want to see these videos. I'm excited. I want to see you at door open.
Yeah. Hey, Reaper, would you maybe consider coming on, letting me interview you next Sunday? Would you consider that?
Joel, my grandson recruited Pepsi to help with his Minecraft costume. Awesome.
Reaper, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot.
Your hair's longer than mine? Yeah, wait. Wait till I start kicking into high gear.
Reaper says anytime.
What do you see this?
Good. You just put yourself on the spot, Reaper. We might have to call you in on that.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put my email address right here. So that I did it wrong. Oh, Reaper. Okay. I'm just giving you my other one. I'm gonna have you for you today at email.
John.
You for you today gmail.com.
Oh, pew pew. Not
If
Pepsi.
Pew.
What is it?
Peapod.
People.
Oh, Peepaw, not Pepsi.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he recruited you to help. He's Peepaw.
People. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Oh, yeah.
That's right. Because I am Misma to my grandson. So I get the Peepaw and I'm Misma. See how that works?
Yeah.
I got it. So Reaper, that is my, if you can still see it under Val's Life, that's my email. If you could copy that down, whatever you can do and send me an email. And if you lose track of me anyhow, you can, Kim, Roger, everybody knows how to get a hold of me. So please just send me things so I can send you a link on Sunday, 7 p.m.
Awesome.
And if you want to do something like build or whatever you want to do, we can talk about it.
Far out, man.
Just let me interview you. Strap a quad to his head, Dan, and fly him around. Ed, can't fly your grandkids around. Ed. Hey, Crazy Gaming. Hey, RC Crazy, how you doing? Getting ready to go until I looked up and Ed is telling Drone Pool to strap something on his grandkid's head and fly him around.
Awesome, Reaper. Cool, man.
Why not, Ed? Really? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Crazy, I'm sorry. I didn't make you mod here. Let me. Oh my gosh. What's happening? Hold on, guys.
Hit that like button, everybody. Thank you.
Okay. Now let me go back and see if it's not building up. Okay. Here we go. Let me populate it again. Okay. Hello. Hey, RC. How you doing, my darling?
Yeah, you want to build a motorcycle drone on your show, Val.
Hey, that would be super cool. But we'll have to do like a 24-hour thing because that might take longer.
Hi,
Wakey.
I'm not sure.
Hey, Wakey.
Now Wakey's here. See, I can't go yet. I'm sorry. I was going to let you out.
That's you too.
But I have to say hi to Wakey. But I don't see Wakey. Is Wakey really here? Are you guys not?
Why sometimes you get booted off.
Okay.
I bet you it's YouTube doing it.
Well, that's yeah, but that's my tablet, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the same much.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
My tablet.
He's being kicked out of the chat even on his tablet.
Really? That's YouTube because you know what? I gave RC Fun a hard time today, but they really aren't sending those notifications. I didn't get yours today. I didn't even get the email. So that was really upsetting to me. Hey, Wakey, we are going out, but I'm just going to spend a couple minutes saying hello to you, Paul. I liked your last stream. And that was Heath with you, right? Because I almost noticed him anywhere. Because I know Heath.
Hi, Wiki. Yeah, it was interesting with that build.
Hey, Wakey.
I learned a little bit. It was fun. I like that aluminum whoop though. The metal one.
That bigger one?
Yeah, well,
The small
not
one.
the big one. The small
Oh.
whoop there with the induct fans there. That's most of it's aluminum. Nice.
Thank you, Reaper. I just got that email, and I so appreciate it. So, guys, this Tuesday we're gonna have Flipside on and his wife. Expect the show to go probably late, because I'm going to do a full interview of both of them, and if I can keep them, I will keep them because I mean that way. I'll make them.
NW missed the build.
It was so fun, except for the beta flight. I didn't understand that part, but it was good. Yeah, you're a little late, but we're okay with that. We don't mind.
Watch it. That's all.
Yeah, just yeah. I'm back. I just crushed my lap record. I did it in 18.96 seconds. That's good, Brian. That's really good.
Crazy Gaming. I think Trump Pool's in here.
Didn't I just see Drone Pool?
Yeah, Drone Pool's in here.
He's
Yeah.
he's probably building that quad that he's not supposed to.
Right.
He's supposed to wait to build it, or he wanted to, but I think they got the better of him.
Oh, but I love talking about mini quads, right? It's really fun. We're gonna have so much fun. Whoop whoop video to follow. Yeah.
Mini quads are fun.
So I think Love My Drones just headed over to drone pools to outfit the grandson into a head strap so he could fly him around by a drone. And poor Peapod's just gonna have to watch that happen.
Oh, it's Eric. Great.
Yeah, it's RC Crazy.
Oh, dang. Okay.
You were trying to hit some. You did it so hard.
Well, make sure you look for my channel and add me. I'll add you.
Yeah. You have to look up Furball with one R. Furball Kim FPV. If you put FURR, you'll get something you don't want to see. But put Furball FUR. I actually put 2 R's and I was taken into a hellish existence.
That's the trap.
That was the trap. Hey,
Trap
Fat
seven.
Seven, how you doing, darling? I'm so happy to see you. Yeah.
Cool. I'm still waiting on my DVR so I can do some whoop footage.
Yeah. Is your DVR there yet?
No, I keep looking at the shipping tracking thing on eBay, and it's like same spot all the time.
Is it? So, guys, in case you don't know, a lot of you do. RC Crazy actually has a channel, and he does a live stream on Saturday at 6 Eastern. And then right after that, at 7:30 Eastern, the Canadian Drone Network comes on and plays video. So I'm hoping that RC Crazy will come on and bring some of his videos to share with us on Saturday, RC Crazy, because your kids are so sweet. They're so cute. We need to have them on. Reaper, you can find a P3S for around 400.
Oh, Reaper, you're looking for a Phantom 3?
Mm-hmm. That's what he said.
Oh.
Up. Oh my gosh. No, I think it was Kim Kardashian. I don't know what that was I found. It's like when you look for like sports stores and you put some of their names in and you get all kinds of craziness. Oh, okay, so I have a question to ask. So the other night I went on to YouTube and I wanted to go and see if anyone was on live, any of our regular community, because I want to give support, right? and there were quite a few people on, but it wasn't our regular community. And every time I hit it, it said adult content may be on here. So I didn't go on because I'm just, yeah, I'm no fun. I got rid of that, went on to the next. I went on to 5 or 6 of them, all saying adult content. So do people themselves say adult content, or does YouTube deem them as adult content?
It's a streamer. It's up. If I do the stream and I don't want your kids involved or anything, you do it yourself.
Yeah, because
Adult content.
you'll get a message up there say adult content. Do you wish to still enter and blah blah and all that. Like naked yoga.
Okay. Reaper JDS says he might have one for sale. Adult content. Okay. I don't have a game channel. You don't, Dreamful? I got to get some money saved up first. Yeah, right? Because $300 and $400, though, might be cheap to have for a Phantom 3. It's still a lot of money, huh? What? Actually, much of what goes on here could be considered adult content. Really? The beta flight and the doing the drones?
No, just some words and stuff like that every odd time. But we don't want to put a child, no children and stuff, because kids watch this. That's why we try and keep it clean and don't say the F words and stuff, you know.
That's why I give y'all such a hard time, because my grandson comes on.
Yeah, well, there's other kids that are watching too, you know.
For Kim.
Reaper have a lot of money tied up in my mini quads. Yeah.
Right, RC Crazy. Also, RC Crazy, you and I need to talk about doing an interview. I need to interview you and Tiff. At some point, you're going to be up for me to do it. We never swear, Kim. I'm going to say I don't like swearing on my channels because I want kids to be able to watch, and I want my grandson to be able to come on, right?
Right.
Reaper, John's asking how much are you willing to pay for in US dollars for a Phantom 3? Because there's a lot around here that are for sale too as well. But I mean, you probably don't want to have a chip there.
Sometimes my worms get murdered.
My words.
Yeah, RC Crazy.
Yeah, fat sharks are expensive.
Quite over time, though, yeah. Or, oh, Crazy, I thought was saying he is your channel.
NW?
Oh, that's such a nice one. And okay, you see, I thought that had a cover over that
Camera?
over the board.
Well, there was a cover. You have to remove the cover to solder your power leads or your camera lead to the power board.
Okay.
But there'll be a dome on there when I receive them. Like a little dome, like you saw in Paul's video. He had a little dome that was over it. Yours should have a plastic dome on it too, so it protects the camera so it doesn't get ripped off.
Jordan, what that was asking.
So Kim, how much is that? Well, that was given to me from Dan there. Dan gave me the camera and the drone. I just put it together, sort of thing. But this is an F-36. I pay for an H-36 $9, I think it was for it. And it depends. You can pay up to $20 to $30 for an FPV camera, little one like that.
I will still have it, Reaper. ARC, RCKZ. Good to see you. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so journey about Northwest. One other thing, we were talking about the 107. You were going to do a live stream about that at some point. I'm sorry. There's so much stuff going on in my world. I'm trying to keep it all straight.
Droning about NW, is the F-36 better? Well, it's a better model because I think this is made by Furry Bee.
Oh, aren't you crazy? You're so sweet.
Furry Bee, and the H36 is JJRC.
Well, now that I think we know how to build them, see, okay, so when you got that, it was kind of the same thing as what Paul built, right? Was it basically the same?
Yeah. Yeah, just he had a better flight board, and I think the motors were slightly bigger, I think, too, as well.
Okay, if you put the time down, if it's okay, I don't know how to, if it's not in the morning or at night when the Canadian Drone Hub's on, because that's what I have to do, then I am there droning about Northwest. I am there, and I think Jim, the other Jim that came on today, is going to be there too. So this is my question: if that's $12, was that $12?
With the F-36?
Mm-hmm.
This one here, I don't know how much Drone Pool, out of respect, I won't ask him.
No,
Drone Pool sent me this one.
The ones we have, the one you got me.
I paid $9 for that. It's exactly the same as this, but it's made by JJRC.
And that one's probably a little bit better. So okay. I'm so sorry, my brain.
That's okay. It was I paid $9 for your blue one.
So the one he built was like $91. Who would do that as opposed to just buying a little wood?
Yeah, because it's a better flight board and you can do more with it. Beta flight. You can't do beta flight with this. There's no port. This is already set on horizontal. With his beta flight one there, he can flip it. Power flip it upside down.
Oh, I see.
This has flip on it, but it's not the same thing.
Okay.
You press a button, it flips. Blue.
So it's going to do more stuff if
Yeah.
you. Okay, I see.
Yeah, more free flying. Because no matter what you do with this, it always stays in this mode.
Okay.
Straight like this.
Which
You
might
go sideways, but it always returns back to this position. With beta flight, you have to make sure you keep it in that position.
nice.
Am I correct, guys? I'm not sure if I'm.
So somebody named Cheeseburger, and I think I do know, is finally he's setting his channel up soon. So bring him in RC and we'll show him all the love we can. Yeah, droning about Northwest on Saturdays. I'm usually free about 1 o'clock or so, maybe 1:30. That's when I have a lot of time left before I have to go do my other stuff. Roger Mouse is in your beard. JTS, I'm going to put you in the naughty corner. Usually Turkey says that, but he's already gone. I don't have Turkey to give a hard time, so I have to give JTS a hard time. Wow. So Alien Whoop Zero flight controller. Okay, another thing I gotta look up, Reaper.
I highly recommend. What Reaper just wrote down.
Alien Whoop
I guess I must have explained it right because nobody said no, Kim, you're wrong.
flight controller. Okay. I see what you're saying. Alien Whoop flight controller. I'm gonna go on the shop and see what that. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. I'm sorry, Reaper. Sometimes I just gotta see it for me to understand exactly what we're talking about.
Hey, Prop Gear, how you doing?
Hey, Prop Gear.
Wait, you said, oh no, Kim, you're wrong.
Am I? Okay.
EFC is like $35. I think it's an F4 processor. Oh, nice. Hey, Turkey.
Thanks, RC Crazy.
Okay. Okay. I'm setting it in here.
Yeah, this is my winter beard there, RC Crazy. I'm growing for the winter.
Okay, I gotta lock down when we're doing this. So cool. It'd be great. Okay, I'm putting down one. If you need to do it a little bit later than that, it's okay. I'll make sure I still have the time, but I'm putting you down for 1:30 on November 3rd. I'm putting Droning About Northwest. Hey, Droning About Northwest, when you have it completely down, I want you to get a hold of me really fast because I'm going to start announcing that on Roger's live feed in the morning. Okay? So
That's
I'm putting it down now so I can keep it. There we go. Got you down. I'll be there.
That's Val's little book.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
So pretty.
I told you, Roger, it's Santa. We'll see.
Hey, Bill.
It's cold up here. We need our beards. That's right, Carpenter Rick.
Kim.
Sorry, Kim. When you give out an invite, I'm only too happy to oblige. That's right, Wakey.
Yeah.
When you said, no, you're wrong, Kim Waddle. That's why.
Oh.
To oblige.
Well, I wasn't sure. I stand corrected if I was wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, this one I paid $9 for the whoop, and the camera I stole it off another drone and put it on there.
That is so nice. I can't
I'm
wait.
just gonna put a bubble on it to protect the camera, and then Val's gonna get it because I want to be all set for her.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm going to be flying all winter long. I mean it all winter long, Kim.
Till you kill the drone.
For the batteries.
Why would I kill it?
Well, you'll crash in your girl. You can have it.
Not
Don't let
crash.
the dogs get it.
Yeah. Is that Lillian's toy again? That wet panda keeps making wet. It's back up on my bed again. I've kicked him out twice. Stole a camera. Is that okay to me, Kim? Hello, Inner Mind. Hey. Hello.
Inner Palace Mine, how you doing?
Hello.
I tried to find this camera on the internet. I can't find it anymore. This one does because it's half the size of this camera, and I can't find that camera on the net.
There's 3 ways only.
Hope all is good, Drop Gear.
Fine to fly.
Your weather's being nice to you down there.
Nice turkey.
Hey, Prop Gear, Inner Palace, how you doing?
And so, Ed, you said you're putting up a couple things up tonight of your flight. Am I rushing you? Because you have to work in the morning, yeah?
The drone should be here soon.
What? You say it's so quiet, it's hard for me to hear. Yeah, it's okay-ish here, Roger.
Not bad, Drop Gear. We had rain, ice rain, snow, and more rain the past 2 days. So it makes about 2 weeks and a half now. We haven't been doing any flying, nothing.
Yeah.
Very boring.
I found a deal on another one of these blue ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much?
$9.89.
And then you put the camera on it, and it's like 20 more, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So that is really, it's not just a $9 quad, it's a $29, $30 quad.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to, okay. That makes more sense. And the battery, is it one of those long ones, Kim?
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you one battery
Okay.
because the custom seems to be having a fit with batteries, and I don't know how they made it to Net Dragon with 6 batteries in there. Well, because the drone, all the batteries are got to be in the drone. You can only get 1 battery in a drone if you have 4 batteries with it.
And normally they tell you not to put the batteries in the drone. So I don't know. I don't think they knew what they were talking about. But here's my
I don't
thing.
know what the heck they're talking about.
That's right, Bill.
So you just have to invest in those long ones like Paul had.
Yeah, I
Like
think
this.
if they don't let you send it, just send it without batteries, and I'll have to get the batteries. That's
Well, I mean, you can get
yeah,
4 of those batteries for like $12, like you said.
Mhm.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah, because it'll be fine. Because
And
it's been
it'll
like
fly
a
longer.
birthday for the past month. Like, thank you guys for being so kind to me. So now I have to start sewing and sending things out.
Were you making nose warmers?
I'm gonna make you like one of those hat with the fuzzy ears
Oh, that's okay. I don't need that.
because I'm happy to do it.
No, it's all right.
I don't actually know how to make one, but I'm sure I could do it easy.
Like your paper drones?
Yeah, like maybe I twisted it up, here's my drone, just throw it across the room. It flies. Yeah, it was Mars and Switzerland. You know, I think if sometimes if I just went through and read the comments, it'd be funnier than heck. Hey, Howie, how you doing? The inner palace
Food
mind.
Forest, how you doing?
Mm, 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 mm.
Everybody, please hit that like button.
See? It's coming.
Oh, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for doing that. If you hit the like, I appreciate it. It's always nice. I just, I was worried that, we were being too intense for Paul because I couldn't get much closer to the screen because I was trying to see every little thing. So, LOL, only at Quad Farms vid. Oh, yeah, Food Forest is Howie.
Oh, Reaper. Okay, I got you.
Make sure your Whoop has the Power Whoop 2.0 battery connector too. It allows current to flow more efficiently, makes for better flights. Oh, thank you. From Vancouver Island.
Thanks for the info.
Oh, I'm echoing?
No, info. I was thanking Reaper for the information.
Oh, yes, great. And
Hey.
Howie?
Turn it up. Battery's dead almost.
TechCore is also in Vancouver. He works with salmon. Okay, so TechCore, are you still here? If you're still here, can you come on and talk to me for a minute? I need to ask you a question about salmon because I went into Costco and I was going to buy the salmon from your farm, but I didn't know if yours is considered the farm-fed salmon or the other salmon. I know it sounds funny, but I don't know the difference.
Well, you have farm salmon that are grown in the farm, and then you have wild salmon that are caught by boats.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, what is the big difference? Because someone's telling my friend, the one who just found out she had cancer, she goes, can't do the farm salmon. You have to do the wild salmon. And then the farm fresh salmon said they don't give the fish antibiotics, but how could you give a fish antibiotics? Could you imagine
Send the food.
that sucker?
In the food.
Because they feed them pellets.
Oh. Oh, okay. Well, now that
They
makes
look like the pellets look like rabbit droppings. And they shovel
It's
it out
like
with a thing.
kibbles for dogs, but they're
Yeah,
smaller.
really small kibble, and they use a shovel or whatever, a bucket or whatever, and they throw it out in water.
Been to Newfoundland often. Oh, that's where Bill lives. It's supposed to be absolutely beautiful. Farm salmon has disease sometimes. Wild salmon is best. And China salmon is full of lead. So that's the thing. See, the salmon that I buy at Costco would come from where TechCore is, and that is right off Vancouver Island. That's where they're doing all, and they're sending it out to Costco. So since I know him, that's what I was thinking. Catch a wild salmon in the well. Guys and girls went
10 miles? Holy crap.
with the wing, and we went a mile away from the first time. This thing will go 10 miles apparently.
Time crop here. That's pretty far.
We go for a flight. Hey Bill, that'd be fun. You and Howie. That'd be
How the heck you keep a lock on without losing it 10 miles? You must have one heck of a radio system. Yeah, 10 miles, you'd never find that thing. Oh, they do, Reaper?
The rivers here not bound to get the fish up high enough some mercury in them. Yeah. Go fishing.
Oh, it is? Damn.
It is.
Yeah, plus Reaper, also the farmers, they do their poop laying and all that kind of crap, manure spreading and spraying for pesticides and all this, and rain runoff goes into the creeks and that goes into the rivers, and you know how that goes.
Cool crop here.
I gotta tell you though, that salmon that Costco has tastes beautiful, and it doesn't give me headaches. And tuna and stuff with high mercury actually give me headaches right away.
Damn, Reaper, I'm sorry to hear that. We have
And
our
that's
team well here.
Thanks to our great organization skills.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's true for everything. GDS.
That's why they say eat fish once in a while.
I just had some halibut, and it was a beautiful thing. It was so good. It was so good. I got it from Costco. Do you see a theme happening here with the Costco?
Oh, what?
Yeah, they sell fish and computers.
Yeah.
I know, we're just.
Computers that don't work.
I know. Yeah.
What a great story. You can buy just about anything, from a pair of underwear to food to computers.
Yeah, I love mahi mahi and red snapper.
I like breaded catfish.
At least we think. Yeah, Bill, I believe you probably do because nobody can get into it because it's so cold, so the fish are happy. And now that I saw that big fish Beyond Tree showed.
Euro trigger, no problem.
Oh, they do? Western Australia?
I'll raid his channel after I get off.
In and out, taking care of stuff. Nero, you are fine, darling, just fine. I actually really like your gaming channel. I don't do a lot of gaming channel stuff, but I thought it was good. So kind of change of what I'm saying. Those gaming channels, they actually look real. The people look real.
It's well done.
It is. It's so far past Pong. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I eat greens, do not eat bread, sugar, pasta, but whiskey is good every now and again. I do not drink at all from October to May every year. Helps your liver recoup. I drink the water from the springs here on Vancouver Island and is sweet to drink. So cold.
We have artesian well here.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Does it taste good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's no crap in it. No fluoride, nothing in it. Pure from the ground.
We just went and looked at Culligan's and some other places, and they'll make it so your water you drink, it's like nothing in it. But if you want to rent the system, it's like $49 a month. Yeah, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead Redemption 2, that's what Nero's playing.
I like COD.
Yeah, that's what Nero Trigger's playing. That Red Dead Redemption 2. Best COD in the world. Oh, COD is good. Halibut is extremely expensive. My friend had it and she can't eat it now. So I got it. I ran home with it. Like, woohoo!
Hey, that car.
Ran you 5. Okay, Tech Card, there you are. Okay, have some Costco questions for you. So your salmon is considered farm salmon, right? It comes from the Cascades under the ocean. Nice. Nice. Yes, okay. So when I went to Costco, I saw the farm salmon, and my friend said she's not supposed to have farm salmon, she has to have the wild salmon. So I know you guys run a really good operation. So what would be the difference to me between buying that? Because it even said there are no antibiotics in it. And the guy just explained how the fish get antibiotics. So that was, thank you. I can just picture them running around with the needles. Do you know how many fish they'd have to catch to do that? Hi from the North Island. Yeah, Howie's in. Because I want to tell her if she can eat it or not. You know, the funny thing is she's so good at eating clean food, organic food. She goes right down the list and then she's the one who gets cancer, right? I just don't get it. She's always ate really good. LOL. Hi, Nietzsche. Guess who? Your whole water system costs you $5,000. That is hurting me just thinking about that. Oh. I'm waiting for TechCore to answer, and then I think we're gonna have to call it a night. Santa, are you calling Roger Santa? He's so tired. Can you tell? His little eyes look like they're gonna close. Not you, Kim. You look wide awake. So you haven't got this call from Roger at all, huh?
Not yet. I don't think so.
I'm waiting for TechCore to answer me. I think he doesn't want to. TechCore, you can tell me. Nobody's listening to me anyway. They won't notice. Because I should have bought it because now I really want salmon. We do fish if they need it just like that. We don't do hormones, but we use antibiotics if it's needed. Okay, that's what I'll let her know. But I don't, well, when I had my kidney stone, they gave me antibiotics, but I don't like antibiotics. I will rarely take them. Till Christmas. You're killing me. Hey guys, I really appreciate you coming in. Don't forget, on Tuesday night, we have a female droner, one you may not know, Kay. And flip side, her husband, actually it's flip side, she's coming. So we're gonna have them on this Tuesday. Reaper, we're gonna have him on Sunday. 9:00 a.m. tomorrow morning, and 7 days a week is the Canadian Drone Hub. And then at 6 o'clock on Saturday is RC Crazy Show. Does a lot of shout outs, lots of fun, and you can eat a fish or whatever that is, eating things at the very end because people seem to really like that. And then at 7:30 p.m., we have the Canadian Drone Hub again, where we'll be watching your videos. And hey, we figured out a way to make sure we get through everything. So guys, come on in and have some fun. Oh, sorry.
Wakey, I bookmarked the page for Kim.
So guys, thank you. I know you have a lot of choices when you decide to go on, and I just so appreciate you making me one of those choices in the Canadian Drone Hub. We like to help all of our channels build, and I hopefully we're doing our job well.
You too,
Anyway,
Tech Cart.
Okay, everybody. Reaper, thanks for coming in and spending some time with us.
Take care, see crazy. Take care of the family. We'll see you all.
Okay, Wakey, thanks a lot, man.
I said all that and wasn't even presented.
Everybody have a great night. Thank you very much. And y'all bless you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Love you all. Love you all. Bye, Nero Trigger. You'll be seeing me on your channel again. Bye.
Bye, drone. Love my drones. I'll check out your videos.
Ed, I'm going to pick up that fly ski, and I'll see you soon. Well, not today because I have to go grab for my daughter. Maybe tomorrow.
Doug Paulson's on live right now. If y'all want to go to Doug Paulson's live stream.
How do you know this? I didn't get anything on it.
Well, I got the notification.
Oh, very nice. Hey, guys, go see Doug. He would love to see you.
Yeah.
Doug Paulson. Okay, bye.
Bye, everybody.